Hello, hello. Welcome to another live stream. I'm starting today off in a place that I think is very quite special. This is Phil's base. There was a name for it. I don't remember what the name is. But the reason I'm starting here is because this is where I kind of left the server off. I was playing with some friends over the weekend. We did all of this wheat field and whatnot, and Bombs was helping out with the windmill over here, and by the looks of things they got the flag up and running, which is pretty cool as well. But I thought I might just give starting here like a shot, because honestly it is a really nice and beautiful area, so I thought that it was vibes. And it is vibes. But we gotta make our way over to the racetrack. So, just go on right down the Nether Hub. Through, I think Arcos's portal is quicker actually, so let's try that one. You'll never guess what I'm eating. It's noodles. It's noodles, like always. Creeper. Now, a very tiny little minor change has been made since the last stream, which is this contraption here, which was set up courtesy of Bombs. He had the genius idea that we should make a shortcut on the track that's like kind of high risk, but like not too high risk at the same time. Basically what would happen is that you do the shortcut and it would cut out you having to go around this section right here. And hopefully increase your, or give you a better time. So I would like to try and give a demonstration of that. But let me get back to that area first. I think I can do it. I'm not sure at the moment. But I have done it a few times. I'm just not very good at it yet. Because it is not super difficult, but it is difficult enough, I guess we'll say. And you just gotta go forward. Ooh. Oh, I completely missed the slime blocks. So yeah, if you fail it, then you're having a bad day, unfortunately. Ah. Oh. Oh. Oh no. Oh no, I'm glitched. I'm glitched. Okay, the Phantom deglitched me. Thank you, Phantom. I never thought I would say I never thought I'd be thanking a Phantom. What have I done? Okay, this is not a fantastic start. That's a side, not a point. Thank you, Paul. Okay, let's see if I can actually get it this time. I missed it again. I can't, like, see quite where it is. I think that's what's screwing me up. Guess I can try in F5 mode. Again? Really? No! I'm gonna have to make, like, a VOD just titled "Man Gets Stuck in Boats." I don't know. This is epilepsy one? Question mark? Go away. Accursed pesky bird. Okay, let's try this one last time. Oh my god, okay. We're improving. But I think you get the gist of how this thing works. The way that Bombs described to me is you just have to hold forward and hope and pray that you'll make it. And that's what I've been doing. Okay, I'm going to go sleep, otherwise these phantoms are going to drive me actually insane. Noodles. Okay, I'm just going to do a quick survey of how much of the course we actually have left to add supports onto. Okay. So, just from a quick glance, it looks like what we will be doing today is we will be coming around this side of the track, and we will slowly be blah. If I can just, oh my gosh, okay, there we go. We're gonna creep along this way, and we're basically just going to follow the track, adding in the supports wherever I determine that it is necessary for them to be added. Now, there might be a bit of a challenge. Never mind, there is no challenge. There is no challenge. Never mind. Oh. I do, however, also need to finish doing the staircases on this side of the block. Oop. Very oops. fine though. Okay. Hey, it's the man of the hour. I was wondering when you were going to show up. We're back to ice track things. Okay, let's see. I think I have enough resources. It's fine. I don't know what I'm gonna do with all these seeds. I think I'm just gonna put them in the community storage area. It seems like the easiest thing to do at this point in time. We need us a time lapse after this is done. Like me stitching all the streams together and making a time lapse out of it. That could be pretty cool. It would be a first person time lapse, which would be a little bit weird, but I think it's doable. One thing I would like to do is, because I'm using Luna Client, right? It does actually have the replay mod. Maybe I can try... nah, I don't think that's going to happen. I feel like if I use the replay mod and try to stream at the same time, I think that's not going to pan out very well. Get VSync out of here. So, from that standpoint, I think it would be best to just stick to first person of streaming. Okie dokie. Where is the next most logical place to put a support? Right here. Right here would probably be the best place. Is my FOV? Yeah. That's kind of disgusting. That was disgusting. 67 FOV. No, thank you. Your elytra is looking worse for wear. My elytra is always looking worse for wear. I don't know why. I'll go repair it in just now. Can I... It's gonna look good. I think this is fine. Are my audio levels okay today? I have a little bit paranoid because I feel like I didn't do them well. Get out of swimming mode, you foolish fool. Come on. Be nice. Thank you. How did you get over there? That's not what you're supposed to do, guys. Audio still gets me today. Beth have heard so far. Oh, that's good. I'm basically constantly paranoid about my audio because I don't have a second monitor for OBS. I just monitor my stream on Studio and hope and pray that I set up my OBS correctly. Yeah. 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 There we go. There we go. I wonder if we will see any new faces today. My hand is itchy. Stop being itchy, hand. I need you to use the mouse. Thank you, hand. I just realized I didn't actually finish this. Oh, I didn't bring any lights on me. That was silly. Bombs, you missed me failing your edition a lot of times. It was very funny. I don't know why, but I just can't get it. I overshoot the ice block every time, which is really annoying. And that feels kind of like a unique issue. I'm special. I'm special. You made it much harder. Oh, okay. So that was intentional. Yeah. It would be no fun if everyone did the same trick. That needs to be sufficiently hard for it to be impressive. Okay. This is a perfect opportunity to double check that the lighting is all even and well. Light 15. Block The minimum, what the mobs need a light level of 1 to spawn now, right? Oh, that's cutting it very fine. Where was that? It must have been 3, 6, 5. Okay, that's good. 2. Where was the 2? Right here. I'm trying to decide if I should add more lighting or not. I thought I added a lantern under here somewhere. Apparently not. Yeah, 5 is much better. Gut, ja, gut, sehr gut. Now, ooh, interesting. This I didn't quite consider. How did I handle that this side? Oh, I just didn't. That's okay, I guess. Oh, no, I did. Just not in the way you'd expect. I guess I can do the same this side. However, first I have to have the ability to one day I'll be good at movement. This is also really low light. But that's okay, because all it takes is one quick little fix. Well, that's kind of making me want to move this over by like one whole block to over there. But that's probably not a very good idea because it's not very functional. So we'll just make do with what we've got. Is this correct? Good. Feels like I just straight up missed some blocks. Odd. Okay, let's take a look-see. Is this sufficiently far away? Yeah, I suppose so. We'll give it a trial. Okay, I'm not vibing with this song. Hornet? Yeah. We can do Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight's fine. I enjoy me some Hollow Knight music. And now it's raining. Of course it's raining. Why wouldn't it be raining? Okay, a flaw in my plan has arisen. Maybe not. However, I do still have to move this over by one. Man, I really want to learn how to play this song on the piano. Ugh, it feels like I haven't played the piano properly in like a month though. Or 2 months. That's not the right item. The only thing I can like really play on the piano at the moment is the what's the John Lennon song about world peace, the communist one. I call it the communist one. Oh, and I can play a 21 Pilots song that I've forgotten the name of. Other than that, that's about it at the moment though. Music is just hard, I guess. That, and also I really need to teach it, but I already discussed that on another stream. I suppose I could always discuss it again, but I want to try have some diversity to my topics so that I have things that I can edit down into VODs eventually. Eventually. Okay. And now we're switching vibes hard and we're on to master plan music. I think. Yes, planning for a good one. One, two, 3, 4. 1, 2. 4. Alright, and then Lagsbike, hello. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cringe. Get out of here. Get. Go. Be gone. Be gone. Be gone! There we go. How do I... What is an effective way? I'm just gonna build normal scaffolding blocks. Scaffolding the old ways. Back in my day, we didn't use none of this fancy scaffolding stuff. No, we just used regular blocks like wood. I mean, dirt. Mostly dirt. And more dirt. I'm just using wood because I have it on me. All right. We're making good progress. Thank you for breaking. Thou art being compliant. This is a good thing. This is a good thing. Ah! Ah! Wait. I hate that this is the pressure plate recipe and not the slab recipe. Why your slabs gotta be so jank? This should do it for now. Okay, good. Where my stair? 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 Ba da ba da ba da ba. Vibin', vibin'. Crab. Why is there just a creeper in a boat at ArcSpace? And has that always been there? I think it's always been there. But I'm not... Ooh, boat with chest. I'm suddenly feel very compelled to take a side quest to take a look at what is in that boat with a chest. No. I must resist. I must resist the urge to look in the chest. I must resist. I can overcome the urge. I don't need it. I don't need it. Still thinking about that chest, man. Still thinking about that chest, man. Bum bum. A bum bum. A bum bum. Only 3 fences? That's wild. Where'd I put my crafting table? Yeah. I need sticks. Sticks. Give me sticks. Oh my gosh. That's not bamboo. That's not bamboo. Well, that was a pointless exercise, apparently. I hate it when that happens. I hate it when that happens. It's just annoying. Okay, let's get back to it. Slight bit of a side quest there, but we're back to it now. And things are gonna crack a lacquer. What was I here for again? It was sticks. Right, fences. I'm probably gonna have to get more spruce logs at some point, but I don't want to do that. Mino likey resource gathering. Resource gathering hard. Not really. Honestly, resource gathering is kind of chill. When I was like younger than I am now, I didn't like resource gathering, but now it's kind of fun. Like, you know, it's therapeutic, it's relaxing. You just get to put on some music and you just get to sit back, relax, and dig some blocks in Minecraft. The game is called Minecraft, after all. Which is good. Did I chase that one person away? That's sad. Okay. There's no way I'm done here, right? No. Thought so. There's always something. There's always something. God. Anyways, where should I make the next one? Probably round about here. Begone, you fool. Good. Good, yeah. Good, yeah, okay. This is not good. Okay. I would say... Oh, there's the lightning. It's overlapping. I'm never gonna get over that. It's just so derpy.
Je weet toch wel dat je ouders vroeger zeiden dat ze door de ring 30 kilometer naar school moesten lopen? Je weet toch wel dat je ouders vroeger zeiden dat ze door de ring 30 kilometer naar school moesten lopen? Ja, zo voel ik me nu dus.
Deep Arco's voice. I won't lie, I'm really struggling to figure out where to put this next lighting bit because of Ums's thingy thing.
Je weet toch wel dat je ouders vroeger zeiden dat ze door
I
de
think I'll just do
meter
it
naar school moesten lopen.
here.
Ja, zo voel ik me nu dus met een kankfiets voelt.
And hope for the best. Should be fine though. My main concern is always just that I'm going to do a thing and then it's going to look terrible. But 9 times out of 10 when I do a thing, it doesn't look terrible. That sounds... I don't like the way that sounds. Sounds like I'm talking myself up too much there. My building skills aren't that great. Okay, let's just get that clear. My building skills are at most average, I'd say.
Je weet toch wel dat je ouders vroeger zeiden dat ze door de regen...
This is one of the bigger projects that I've done in Minecraft.
Ja, zo voel ik me nu dus.
The racetrackers do be looking great. Thank you. I don't think you've seen the average builder before. You don't think so? What do you think the average builder looks like? It's like acacia walls with jungle plank roof. I guess. I wonder where I would actually like sit, like if there was a scale, right, of building. I wonder where like I would sit. Like would I be in the top, just for argument's sake? Would I be like in the top 10% or like the top 20% of builders or what? Then again, that's very subjective as to like what good building is, right? Because it's kind of like, I'm not gonna compare it directly to art, but it is kind of like art in the same way that there is like a certain element of like what people would find to be attractive in building is subjective. So that's kind of something that you can't really measure in that sense. But hang on. Key. I do think build styles are still romantic era art, where it's like doing your best to mirror the real world. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. But I mean, I feel like it'll always be that way, in a sense. Like, do you think there could ever be a style of house that is unique to Minecraft? I guess that would be like the dirt shack. That's something you can't really do in real life. I'd say building has actually like kind of gone past the romantic era, if we're gonna call it that. I feel like it's entered a new era because like building techniques are so different from like 2012. Like there's so much knowledge on building now. They are certainly Minecrafty flavors, yeah. Like I feel like the one thing that the community has just kind of embraced is that the fact that we're gonna have really chungus roofs. There's a like kind of style that I've seen that's really popular on Instagram and stuff, or like just in short form content, which is like a starter house, right, where it has like a bottom layer. Yeah, a lot of focus has changed from just large scale realism to small details. Yeah. What was I saying? There's like this style, right, where it will be your classical cobblestone with like oak logs outlining in the 3x3 pattern, normal walls, but then it will be like you'll have on the bottom floor there'll be like a farm, and then your entrance is on the top floor. So instead of having your entrance on the bottom floor like normal, I'd like to find an example of that. Actually, let's see if I can. Like on, for example, on my I'm on an SMP with my IRL friends, and my one friend copied a house on, I think it was TikTok or something, and it was that style that I'm referring to. If I make a VOD for this, I'll put a picture on screen so that everyone knows exactly what I'm referring to. But from that sense, there is like kind of a Minecrafty styled house, and it's like clearly influenced by reality in a way, but it's a style of house that wouldn't ever be built in reality. Like there's clearly a deviation from what is realistic in that style of house, while maintaining like a home feel. And I think that's just a really cool thing that can happen. I like when games or just anything really takes on its own identity. Because it just shows the uniqueness of humans. And that's just one of those things that I think makes being human worthwhile, because seeing humans do other cool things and just innovation is genuinely one of the coolest things, or like the coolest attribute of humans. I think that's definitely my favorite thing that we do. Sometimes people are cool. I didn't finish this? Okay. Time to go get more logs. Okay, it is getting really close to time to repair my elytra. Oh. Oh. I have no logs because I crafted them all into sticks. Well, okay, here's the game plan. We're going to put trapdoors all over here, and then we're going to go to the forest behind Philip's base to, how would you say, chop down spruce trees. Why are some of these open? I never did this. That's stupid. Good thing I came back here. Otherwise I would have just left that completely unfinished. I was just thinking about the building topic again, and something that I wanted to equate to it is city skylines. What I've noticed in content creation for city skylines is that usually what you'll see is that most city skylines content creators at least are mostly interested in creating realistic, realism inspired cities, kind of like how you say those early romantic era art, right? The thing that is interesting though is that you of course get those people that deviate, and sometimes you get these really cool looking cities that are not realistic and probably wouldn't function in reality at all, but they function in the game. And I think it's just interesting how there's these different approaches. For me, I definitely would say that I am more leaning on the want to make realistic feeling things. I'd say that the racetrack is a bit of an exception. I was really tempted to kind of style it in kind of the F1 track way, but then you had already started with the spruce wood, so I was like, nah, I'll just carry on with that. And I think, in a way, it's boat tracks, something that is unique to the game. But the point that I was trying to make is that it very much depends on what your goals are. Like the Nether Hub, right? I wanted to style that after something that was realistic, which is metro environments, metro stations, metro lines. And I think it turned out well. It's not done, because, it wouldn't be built by me if it was done. That would have to be someone else's doing. I could never finish a project that big, are you kidding me? But do I have anything to say? Hey, look who it is. Hang on, let me get Discord open. We can hop on a voice call if you'd like to. Hey.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
Good. Where are you currently in the world? Where are you currently in the world?
Oh, I was just at Phil's place. I need to
Okay.
restock on materials.
Okay.
Yeah. Give me a sec.
Elytra durability. Ooh, good. Oi. Goes down way quicker than I remember.
They proposed making some changes at one point, but I don't think they ever actually did. At one point, they proposed swapping it from flight time to flight distance.
Oh yeah.
Which would basically mean that, and they were going to make it much more penalizing, essentially. So that means if you fly like really slowly, I don't know, like you're just looking at your build or something like that, or you're moving around in the world sort of between two areas slowly, then it's kind of fine. But if you like always use the Elytra to do things really quickly, it's like penalizing. I don't know if I agreed with that change. They'd never implemented it, I don't think.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of fine the way it is, because I mean, I've never really had an issue before now with durability, but it does feel like it diminishes much quicker. But I do kind of like the idea of distance, because like if you're
Distance based in.
yeah, because it kind of encourages you to use other means of transport, which there isn't really an incentive to use other means of transport in the game, because Elytra are just that good.
It's true. I don't think it hurts the power of Elytra enough. No matter how you do it. I mean,
Fair enough.
you just carry XP on you is the answer, and
Yeah.
if you make it easier to break, you essentially are also making it easier to rebuild, unless you go for some really penalizing thing, which I don't think people would be a fan of.
Like they make it so that you can't get mending on an Elytra, and you have to.
You can
make
get like
Phantom
one,
Farm.
or it's like you get one flight per Elytra or something.
One flight per Elytra. Ew. That would make it really.
Actually, I
penalizing.
don't mind the mending thing. The only no mending. The only thing would be you have to make it so that phantom membranes don't increase the anvil use of an Elytra.
And yeah.
Because I actually think in general that's a problem. Like it makes sense for adding books. Like if I'm adding all these books, it should become harder the more books I try to add onto one piece of equipment.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make any sense for repairing tools. Like in what world does it somehow make sense for my gear to cost more because I've already upgraded it 5 times with the diamonds?
Yeah,
I mean,
no.
I don't know. Like in abstract, it made sense, but I just don't think that's the way the game is
Yeah.
shaped.
Does it cost XP to repair your gear?
It does.
See, that doesn't make sense. I feel like they should rework that system. Because I feel like there is a really
I do
good...
think the anvil system in general needs to be reworked. The
Yeah.
way that things are costed is not intuitive for new players. There's an advantage, like things cost you less if you know what you're doing and you like abuse the mechanics of the system
Yeah.
in a particular way. Like you can, and if you do it wrong, you can have tools that you can't upgrade at all, even with an infinite number of XPs. The too expensive thing is a bit stupid on its own.
Yeah, I know, that's really dumb.
I don't know. I mean,
I'm actually kind of surprised they haven't moved it.
as a mechanic, to stop you from fully maxing out gear, it's almost okay.
Yeah.
I like the idea that like somehow to get fully maxed out gear, you have to find already pretty good gear somewhere in the wild, and then you can add the last few enchantments to it.
Yeah. And
Otherwise you have to like negotiate. Like you have to pick, what do I want? Do I want mending? Do I want unbreaking? Do I want protection?
Yeah. Because there's...
What advantages do I want?
It feels like
think
there's only like one progression in the game, which is get mending, protection, and unbreaking. And I feel like there should be multiple
I
progressions.
do like what they were trying to do with like the turtle helmets and the leather boots and gold pants, or just gold armor in general. I do think that kind of created extra demand for things that are not leather, things that are not diamond, and like to reduce your armor capability to weather extra environmental conditions or whatever it is. But
even small things like netherite being invulnerable to fire. That's like a cool little thing that, you know, makes it.
I mean,
worth it.
I think it would have been cooler if that was only something that was available to, or not even that, but like that those kinds of abilities are only available to not the regular armor.
Yeah.
Somehow.
So like
it's nice that the Elytra uses up your chestplate slot. I think that's a really good thing because you take a lot more damage without the chestplate.
Exactly. So it should kind of be like the class system, like in other video games. Not, I'm just going to use the class system as a metaphor, but like you get what I'm saying, in the sense that like there's different pros and cons to each set of armor, rather than it just being diamond is the best. Period.
Yeah.
Or netherite is the best. Period.
It's hard to say for sure how you do that in a game like Minecraft.
Yeah.
Where, because there's so few kinds of things the player does, like the number of variety of things you do tends to be not that big. I mean, exploring, building.
I also feel like by the same token, they can't really remove there being like a best armor, because I think players would react really negatively to that, because some people don't really want to choose. They just want to be...
I mean, I don't know that it's removing the best, but like, I don't think they can downgrade the armor.
Yeah.
I think they would object to that.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure. Like, if you put something that's like really different, but it's really not clear how to value it as the player, I'm not sure what is the like whether or not that actually is something people would rally against.
Yeah. To be fair though, the Minecraft community does rally against really easily.
That's true.
It's always been my understanding though. Like with the mob votes, I can't believe they basically just like had a... What happened there? I can't even remember.
They decided that people were getting too like upset by it, so they were going to stop doing it. Which is, honestly, I mean, I don't blame them.
Yeah.
I do think it was like a good opportunity for the community to give input. But if they were like, I didn't mind what they said with like the biomes, where they're like, we will prioritize a particular biome first.
Yeah.
But that required them to actually do that, and they didn't really actually do the other biomes.
Yeah.
So kind of just left sitting there with some mobs that could go in a biome and kind of didn't. I don't know.
Yeah. I think the main problem is that the mob vote promises like a lot, because like as you said, it's a prioritization, but what happens there is you like kind of get the expectation that you're going to get this feature now. Like maybe they are going to add all of those biomes in later on, but the problem is that there's just so much content because it's 3 different biomes or animals or whatever per vote, and by the time you've done 3 votes, that's now 9 different biomes that people are expecting you to add. So from that standpoint,
I mean, I do think that they should have not done every time they did a live event had a mob vote, but
yeah,
they should have found different ways of
getting input,
engaging the community more than just like we will get them to vote on a thing and then.
Yeah.
I do think they had a big problem with 117 because they
117.
way overpromised that update.
What was 117 again?
That was Caves and Cliffs.
Caves and Cliffs. They overpromised. I think so, yeah.
Because they didn't add any of the... They hadn't yet fully designed or finished designing the world generation. So they didn't even have the bit that they'd promised with, like, we're going to overhaul the world gen. And so it took them an extra update to do that. And then they also missed, like, the Warden and stuff, which was all kind of stuff that was hinted at / promised in the Caves and Cliffs.
Okay.
And even sniffers, like, in 120. So, I don't know.
Interesting.
Feels like they promised a lot of things, and then
we didn't get them.
The result was that they basically couldn't deliver on it all because they hadn't actually designed half of it.
That's...
I don't mind the system of like them designing something and then showing it to us. That's kind of okay with me.
Yeah.
But I can see why people might disagree with that. I'm not really certain.
I kind of like that system more because it means you know what you're gonna get for certain.
That's true.
It closes the door to basically having any form of uncertainty about what direction the game is going in.
I mean, yeah, I do think the events should act as a thing where they tell us what they're up to, rather than like a hype generation.
Yeah.
That, I don't know. I understand why, from a marketing perspective.
Yeah.
They're gonna use it as a hype generation thing.
Yeah. I mean, even I don't know if I've spoken about this with you yet. But what do you think about the perspective of the Minecraft movie being an incredibly successful marketing strategy?
What do you mean? Like that the Minecraft community itself is a marketing strategy?
No, the Minecraft movie.
Oh, the movie. I think it has worked in their favor. They've also overthought the fact that it's well marketed. It's not. I think there's a degree to which speculation has caused it to seem like a bigger marketing success than it actually has been.
Yeah.
I think they're not reaching as many new audiences as they think. They're just deep digging into a very large base of existing
audience. Okay.
I don't know how many additional people it has dragged into.
Yeah. One thing that I was thinking is that maybe old players who no longer play the game might have been gotten interested because, like, from my perspective, right? If you think about it, the movie was successful in the sense that it got everyone talking about the game. Like, you see the memes of like frickin' the chicken jockey meme,
Yeah, sure.
people going nuts in theaters and whatnot. So from that standpoint, it succeeded in that sense, or at least in my opinion. But
Fair enough.
to what degree it was successful in translating into sales and number of players, I'm not too sure. The other thing that I kind of thought the movie does is that it very much it feels like it was an attempt by Mojang to kind of give themselves a bit more of a coherent branding structure, because
That's fair.
like it gives them an identity. That's what I'm trying to say, because Mojang has very clearly like been trying to build an identity over the years, and that identity is like kind of wacky, whimsical, and I think the movie does that incredibly well, building this wacky,
I mean,
whimsical identity.
Minecraft itself has a very, very specific sort of guiding principles
Yeah,
of basically, we don't design the experience, the players design the experience.
yeah,
And I think you're right that like
yeah.
the Minecraft movie has helped them establish that as kind
That
of
as
one of their core.
because if you like the reason I even say that even more is that even the movie in a sense follows their guiding principle of you kind of like it's about the player establishing their experience, because it's not called the Minecraft movie, it's called a Minecraft movie in the sense
100%.
that,
I mean, it's also not exploring a central plot line of Minecraft. It's
Yeah.
just exploring something in the Minecraft world.
yeah, exactly. One of my friends says that the Minecraft movie doesn't like, she thinks it shouldn't really like exist. Like, there's no reason for there to be a Minecraft movie, but
I agree
don't know.
that it doesn't have to exist.
Yeah.
I think it can exist.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it existing.
I do think it's been very, very fast in... I don't know, I haven't had that much experience, like, seeing a movie and then seeing it become part of the modern zeitgeist, but Minecraft has definitely achieved its position very, very, very quickly as being a kind of iconic thing, at least for some people.
It's always kind of been iconic though. Like, it's a household name.
That's true. Yeah, but the movie itself has its own entity.
Oh yeah, I think the movie itself has its own specific fan base.
God, the more I practice with this skip, the more I realize that when I was doing this yesterday, I was way better at this than I am right now. My success rate was about 30% yesterday, but it's only about like 1 in 8 or 1 in 10.
Jeez.
Right now.
Sometimes you just have good days.
And the skip is only competitive if you get it first or second try.
First or
Depends
second
how
try.
fast the people are going around the outside. But
Wait.
around the outside is probably worth one attempt.
So,
Once you've failed it once, you're getting close. It depends how bad the other players are at going around the bend.
okay, so basically what you're saying is you have enough time to attempt it twice, and if you fail it twice, then you've lost the...
That's if the people who are going around the outside hit
slow
the
enough.
walls at all. If they don't hit the walls at all, then you have to do it first try, otherwise it's not competitive.
Yeah. If I'm being honest, I feel like most people are going to hit the walls a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, if you hit the walls a few times, you can definitely make distance on someone hitting the walls by taking that skip.
Yeah.
Have you succeeded at all, or you've just tried it and failed?
I've tried it and failed. I got close,
I
but
find being in F5 helps a lot, and
Yeah.
you have to not hold forward in the boat after you hit the ice for a few moments
not
to
hold forward.
reduce
in
your
the-
speed a little bit.
Okay, yeah.
So you hold forward, and then you let go of forward a little bit while you're falling, and then once you come off the fall, you can kind of bounce off the slime.
Okay.
But I intentionally put the slime back enough that you can't just hold forward, because otherwise you could do it pretty easily by just holding forward.
Yeah.
I mean, I made it harder by adding the aiming using the trapdoors. I don't know if
Yeah.
that was really aggressive, but I found that I could do it much more consistently. Like I had 100% consistency when I had even only one of the trapdoors. By having two sides of trapdoors, you have to be pretty precise on something that you can't really line
Yeah.
yourself up on.
I think it adds an adequate amount of skill that is necessary.
Jeez. I mean, it's even hard to get in the first place. I'm actually tempted to move this wall on the way in to make it easier to get in.
To make it
Just
easier
because
to get in.
it reduces the advantage you get out of it.
Okay.
To get into the actual jump, because it's like behind a corner.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe if I'm like aiming for it, I can do better.
I say let's leave it up for a while and then go from there.
Oh, okay. I hit it cleanly from the back, so that's not too bad. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. It's pretty good. I spent a little bit of time making sure you can't really accidentally fall off the edge unless you really cannot aim the boat. You can't really fall off the edge.
Yeah. That was a nice addition.
I think that was the important step.
Hmm.
Without that, it's like you just end up somewhere random, like back miles. Like you can be competitive, even if you fail and you have to go back up the bubble column. You can be competitive.
You can be competitive, yeah.
So that. I think that was important.
You definitely won't win by a landslide, but you'll be competitive.
Sure. You're definitely not beating someone who just takes the whole track flawlessly around the outside.
Yeah.
Including because after you come out of the corner, you have to get a lot of speed on the straight, and you get less speed overall.
Okay.
But it depends how
I can feel like
keep it.
already I'm just gonna play it really safe and try and do the track floor.
Honestly, you'll probably beat me. I don't think my success rate is ever going to be high enough to actually be competitive with someone not doing the skip.
Do. Chris first.
Thanks for it off. Okay.
Love that.
Chris makes me want to make a mega base watching. Not Chris, Phil makes me want to.
To a mega base.
Yeah.
We could do one.
I mean,
Once the track's
problem is
done.
I'm just not quite sure in my head what I want to do and where I want to do it. I think I have a mental image, and I struggle to start working until I know where I'm going.
Well, what's your mental image?
Then you have one. That's the problem.
You don't have one. I thought you just said that you did have one though.
No, I don't have a mental image of where I want to get to. So
Oh,
that's-
where you want to get to. Well, do you have like an idea at all of what you want to make?
No, not really. I often struggle with coming up with ideas that aren't fully fleshed out.
Okay.
Because in my head, it just feels like if I can't imagine where I'm going to end up, it just feels like I'm going to make something that doesn't look like anything. Which is probably not true. But...
Give me your trident. Give it to me. He didn't give me his tridents.
Do you want one? I can go farm one quickly.
No, it's fine.
They're so free.
They're free.
Stand in the dram farm. You just stand in the dram farm for like 5 minutes and you get one.
Is it? Oh, okay. I'll try that another time. Well, if you come up with any ideas for your mega base, do tell.
The racetrack does look really cool from the sky at night, though.
Does it?
I will say.
I'm gonna look right now.
It just looks like it fills out spawn so much.
Yeah, that was mainly what I wanted to do, is I wanted to kind of build something that looks like...
Almost makes me want to put something in like the ocean or on the ice here.
You want to build a
Just to
mega
fill
base
that out
at
even more.
spawn.
I don't know if I want to make a bigger base at spawn.
Yeah, I feel like that would be too
That's
superimposing.
surprising.
Yeah.
I wanted to do one underwater, but then I couldn't quite conceptualize what I wanted to do with it. Earlier in the season,
You
I was
could
like,
go
oh,
look
maybe
at-
I should build like a big mega base completely underwater. But I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do with it. I kind of just had the mechanics of like conduits to give me breath and something.
If you want inspiration for an underwater base, go look at Fible's old bases.
Oh,
I'd
that's
say.
some good advice. I will go and take a look.
Because she very much has that oceanic style to most of her builds.
That's a good idea. I might do that. Ah, unfortunately, my wireless breeze machine is not happening.
Not happening. Oh. I remember you spoke about that.
It relies on a mechanic that isn't added to the game until the next version of Minecraft.
Oh, right. We're still in 1.21. Not 1.21.
Where are you right now?
Under the racetrack.
I've got a friend.
You've got a friend. 1, 2.
I've got a friend.
4. What friend do you have? Is it a drowned?
Better than a drowned.
Better than a drowned?
Better
Is
than
it
a drowned.
Is it a husk? It's a guardian. Where did you get that?
I brought it all the way from the ocean monument.
Where is the ocean monument?
It's about 900 blocks away.
How did you do that so quickly? Oh, right, we have a light
Oh no, I did it earlier. I just stashed him at the
okay.
industrial area.
Oh, do you want to make an ocean
Unfortunately,
monument?
they're really
base?
hard to get back in the boats once they're out
Back in the woods once they're out.
because they don't like sitting close enough to the surface to get boated.
Get in the boat.
I need him to come to the surface. This. No! Ran away, man. What a loser. Come back, man.
I know, Ray.
Come back.
Come back home. Maybe if you try coerce him into
You want to know the best strat for dealing with guardians?
what is the best strat for dealing with guardians?
Swim towards them.
Move
When you're within a
towards
block of a guardian, they stop attacking you.
them. Really?
Yeah.
Like just completely.
Yeah, okay, you just swim into him.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool. It's like a little friend now.
Only if you have one. Only if you have one. Once you have multiple, you can't swim into them all fast enough, so it
Yeah.
stops being a viable strategy. But come back, man.
It's really funny because he tries to move away as well. I love these little
Does,
guys.
yeah.
They look so angry.
It's like a bringer of death. My pet.
Pet.
Yeah.
Pet bringer of death. Do we have a name tag? We can name him bringer of death. Wait, you know what would be really funny?
Just need to stay near him. Stay near him. I've got Moby Quack, but I think he belongs to Moby Quack is supposed to be for a dolphin, not a. But it's fine. I can call him Moby Quack. and
Could
can
we
change the name later.
incorporate him into the racetrack somehow?
Sure, I can just pick him up with the boat once I get him in. You can just leave it to me. I'll get him in. Just don't
Alright.
stand too close and he won't attack you. Yeah. Hey man, can I get you in the boat? Please?
No, he doesn't want to. He doesn't like you that way.
You're so close. You're so close. Just come to the surface, not down there.
What did I get with this?
Put him in a minecart. Maybe that'll be easier. Come here. I'll call him Moby Quack for now. Back. Careful, he's shooting you.
Where are my fences?
My only complaint with Guardians is the fact that they make you're getting shot again. My only complaint with Guardians is that they just make random noise all the time because they shoot squid and their audio fall off is like way too big for some reason.
Their audio fall off.
Yeah, like the rate at which their audio falls off as you go away from them is just terrible. Like you hear their laser sound from like the moment you load them in, basically. So you're like within 20 chunks of an ocean monument and you're just hearing this sound over and over and over again because they keep shooting squid.
I just have mob sounds turned way down, so I can't hear anything.
Okay, I got him in. Let's go.
Nice. I feel like we should just put him at the starting line. Funny.
We gotta put him in a little shelter we can turn on and off.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna take him to land so I can more easily get him up.
They can shoot you when you're out of water, right?
Yep.
Then I think
He even shoots when he's out of water.
Yeah. I think we should set him up like in
But
like
they
around one
don't.
of
I
the
don't
corners.
believe that they. I don't think they drown, unlike dolphins,
Okay.
because they were added. Drowning was kind of thought about as a mechanic.
It would be pretty cool if we like had him set up on one of the corners of the course, and then he just shoots the players as they come past.
I just don't. I just kind of want him in a box first, so that we can at least deal with him.
Aesthetic
He's exactly
purposes.
1 block large, so.
Oh,
Let me
okay.
see if I can't. I'm just gonna take the hits for a little while.
I can take it.
And I needed some random blocks, and all I have in my ender chest is 28 sponges, so I guess that's the block we're using. Shit! Unfortunately, I didn't quite plan this out well enough, and I ended up suffocating him a little.
Is there a way you can heal them, or do they have natural regen?
They, I actually don't know. I have no clue. That's a good question.
You not knowing something? That's impossible.
Apparently.
It's impossible.
I should know. Let me Google it.
I feel like that's like the nichest question. Like,
It isn't really that niche. I mean,
you don't think so?
if they did naturally heal, there would be one of like 5 entities that do.
Okay.
Heal? No, they don't heal. They just have 30 health. That's it.
I don't know why, but me asking if they have natural regen reminded me of. Have you seen the clip of Tango Tech on Is That Sheep Looking at Me? Where he calculates something with sheep. I can't remember what it was. But it was like 256 sheep. I remember the number, but I don't remember what the number was. But it was really funny. Because he like calculated this exact number of sheep that was needed for a specific purpose. And everyone's just like...
Oh, it said how many, if I remember the question right, it was how many sheep, how many times can you breed sheep in one Minecraft day?
Yes, that was the question. How many times can you breed Minecraft sheep in one day? And it's like, who
to,
knows that? Like, who knows how many, like, the specific...
It's pretty easy to compute. I mean, you just divide the breed time of 10 minutes by the... Or, no, it's less than that. It's like 2 minutes, isn't it?
See, I don't know that. It's like, I don't know how long it takes before you can breed
Let me
sheep
check.
again.
No, it is 5 minutes. Oh, it must have been a real life day.
Oh, real life
How many
day,
times
yeah.
can you sheep in one real life day? And the answer is just, how many times can you do 50 in an hour? Right? 5 minutes in an hour. And then number of hours in a day, right? So it's 24 multiplied by... 24 multiplied by... Shit, I'm gonna die. Hang on.
Don't do that. Dying
2.
is bad
There we go.
for your health.
Fix the scaffolding. Oop, I did it again. Okay.
Oops.
It's
did it
200.
again.
It's 30. No, wait. How many times? 12 times 24, which is 144 times 2, so 288. And then the argument would be that it's 289 because you could technically breed one additional time right at the end. Basically.
Oh yeah.
I think that would be the answer. Rings a bell. Anyway. Sorry. Where am I going to put Moby Quack? I need to make him a little guard tower.
Make him a guard tower. Yeah.
We can give him a new name. I'm pretty sure I just called him Moby Quack because that's what my name tag was named, and I probably named something else Moby Quack.
There's pillages on your base, by the way.
Oh, tasteful. I'm gonna put them in the track too.
Tasteful. I mean, if you really want to.
We just do. You know the like 100 days. I collected all Minecraft mobs.
Oh yeah, 100.
We're just gonna collect all Minecraft mobs and put them on the course. Hang on, what am I doing? I need to. I do want to make a evoker sheep, blue sheep generator.
Evoker blue sheep
Sorry,
generator.
red sheep generator. Evokers have a little niche mechanic, which is a reference to Age of Empires, where if put in proximity with a blue sheep, they will convert it into a red sheep.
Okay.
So there's a joke wool farm that I saw on the internet by someone who makes a lot of funny farms. But anyway, this particular farm, joke farm, it's a regular sheep farm, where the player is there and repeatedly breeds blue sheep to make blue baby sheep that then get converted by evokers and then killed for their wool. It's a very effective blue wool farm.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, red wool farm. Anyway.
Hola, hola, hey Phil, welcome to the stream. Oh my god, wait, I was gonna ask you, has anyone gotten the how did we get your achievement for 1.21? Not, like speedrun. Has anyone done a speedrun for it yet?
That was done within about 24 hours, but...
Was it?
You're more than welcome to try. You can probably get, I'm gonna guess 4th place on the leaderboard, but I can check for you now.
I have history tutorial test in like an hour.
Check for you now. I'm pretty sure that was done within 24 hours after it got released. It generally does. Just because there are so many people who are competitive about it. I've watched I've watched more than one speedrun of all advancements in 121.
Oh, wow.
Okay, let's go to... Hang on, no. All advancements. Version 121. You could get 5th place on the leaderboard with any time above 12 hours and under probably 4 months, presumably. I figure if it's more than 4 months, they'll probably refuse to verify the run.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, we could, and if we're on the duos leaderboard, which I'm pretty sure duos has also been taken, but let's check. How do I... Is it possible to show the number of players in this leaderboard? Might not be. There are no set seed... Oh, there's one set seed glitchless run.
One set seed.
So you could follow a tutorial and get 2nd place.
Okay. I was like
just have
thinking...
watch someone else do it.
Because I was just thinking that could be a pretty fun thing to do, just like to get on the leaderboard. And then I can just have like the bragging right of saying, yo, I'm on the speedrun leaderboard. Until
about 3 years ago, there were no runs in the modern versions for minor chunk on random seed. There are now runs, but there
for
were
minor chunk is crazy.
So if you just want to sit down for like 3 hours and go mining a chunk on a random seed, you can probably get like 5th place. Let me check. I need category extensions. Hang on. Kill bosses. Mine a chunk. Mine a chunk. Random seed. 1.18 plus.
Survival mode.
Yeah, you could get 5th place with any run above an hour and 40 minutes.
Above an hour and 40 minutes.
If you did it on your own, and if you wanted to do it with 2 players, you could get 10th place with any time above 5 hours.
Okay.
And if you had 10 plus players, you could get 3rd place with any time above 1 hour 17 minutes.
I rate next stream we mine out a whole chunk.
We can do it. We have to do it on a random seed, and we can record it. I can show you how to set up an instance that is speedrun legal.
All right.
And we can go and mine a chunk together if you like.
Sure.
We won't get the full leader unless we went for nether chunks.
Nether chunks.
Oh, you can't do nether chunks in 118 plus. Okay, never mind.
Interesting.
How sad.
One,
I guess they
two,
decided that
three,
you can't.
four.
Is that just because you can't destroy bedrock? I figure it's because you can't destroy bedrock, but you could get 3rd place. Anyway, let's see. What do we want? There's also lots of other silly speedruns if you just want to get on the leaderboard.
Yeah.
I don't know if 0.5% accept multiple players. No, it doesn't.
Because like I've been trying to think of like a way I could make my live streams like something that people would want to watch, right? And doing silly
people might
speed
wanna
runs
watch
could
it.
be that.
If you like. Wow. Okay. Random seed. How did we get here? If you do set seed glitchless, how did we get here? Oh no, you only get 6th place.
6th place.
Interesting. Anyway, many ways one could get on leaderboards if one so wished. If you want to get on the main Java speedrunning leaderboard, your best hope is probably to either do an all advancements run.
All advancements run.
The current speedrun world record for
See
all
ya.
advancements random seed glitchless 121 is 5 hours and 25 minutes by Feinberg.
Jeez.
You won't be beating him, let's put it that way. If we look at the 116 records, hang on, filters. Can I show obsolete ones? Shown. Let's go for this. Can I see obsolete runs? Maybe. There's a special challenge anyway. Shown, apply filter. Yeah, so it's Feinberg with 2 hours 14 minutes, then 3 people with between 2 hours 17 and 2 hours 21, followed by 4 records of Feinberg between 24 and 27, and then repetitions of the top people over and over and over again, until about 2 hours 40. But yeah, it is a reasonably competitive category. Let's just see what you could get an 8th place. That's interesting. You could get an 8th place run if you did 1.15 all advancements basically for free. You could get a 3rd place 1.19. So I think 1.21 is, it's more competitive than the previous ones. You could get a 2nd place if you did any run between 120.5 and 20.6, or in 120 through 120.4. So if you don't do 121, it's easier to get a higher. You can get a top 3 placing run, basically for free, with the time commitment. There's lots of fun strategies though.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you wanted to run a category, discuss that.
Yeah. I'm genuinely considering it.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm in the sniffer hole.
You can fly out. Positive.
It's just the concept of being in the sniffer hole.
Just the concept? It is a little fun.
It's like freaking. Like, if you think about it, that's such a wild statement. Like, you're in the sniffer hole. Like,
where do
what
I
does that
put the
even
Guardian?
mean?
What do you reckon?
What do I reckon?
Put him on the final corner? He goes on the final corner, right?
Final corner, probably.
Like the one just before the last elevator, I reckon. Because it's like a middle spot there that isn't occupied, and I could just jam him somewhere in the middle here so that you get him as you turn the corner.
Yeah, sure.
Gets you as
Okay.
you turn the corner. I reckon.
I'm updating the map in your Batcave right now.
No, go for it. Girl said she's working on Stop shooting me! I
Okay.
don't give you permission to shoot me. Sorry, this gentleman is shooting me impolitely. Dare I say?
Impolitely.
As opposed to the nice gentlemen who ask whenever they want to shoot me.
I would
It's much
ask.
more polite.
I would probably ask someone if it's okay for me to shoot them before I shot them. I'll be completely honest.
Really? Oh, crazy take. Hot takes with Chris.
I don't know like for certain, but I'd be like. I mean, I probably wouldn't shoot someone. That's the bottom line there. But if I like were, I'd probably be like,
Sounds reasonable.
I've like gotta shoot you now. Is that okay? No, that is not okay. Sorry, man. Anyways,
Sorry, man. Anyways.
that would probably be the interaction, or something of that effect.
Caught by this scallywag. Cease and desist, man.
Do you have a warrant?
Sorry?
Does he have a warrant?
Do I have a...
You asked him to cease and desist. Cease and desist warrant. Are you making this tower out
sure.
of sponges?
No, I'm just using them as the building block because it's the only building block I have and I just ran out of food. Jeez. Sorry, I'm really working on this one.
I'm about to run out of food.
I'm gonna get killed while I'm trying to collect food right now. I'm so good at this. Go really, really, really close to him and then my problems will be solved.
God,
Are you familiar with boat punching as a method for moving mobs? I really
Boat
like it, it's really satisfying.
punching?
Yeah, you can punch boats. Here, look at this. Come up here. Okay, say I'm not gonna click on the boat. I just want to move this boat. You can just go towards him to disable this shot.
Oh, right,
I
okay.
want to move this boat against the wall over there. Here's how I'm gonna do it. Ready?
How do you, what?
Over there now.
Do you literally just...
You need to no, please don't punch him.
Sorry, that was an accident. And then
You
turn
need
the
to,
boxes
turn
on.
on hitboxes.
Yeah.
Just stand really close to him. Turn on hitboxes. Make sure you're punching only the edge of the boat, and you need to be sprinting, like actually walking, sprinting, while you're punching, and then it will push him in the direction that you're walking. Yeah, that's into the wall, so that's not going to do much.
I'm scared I'm gonna hit him.
I recommend going from this angle and punching. Yeah.
Does that work on not ice?
That works on regular land as well. Yeah.
What?
It's not as fast on not ice. It does work on not ice. Okay, I'm going to take him up into the tower now. This way. Oh, for crying out loud. Cry, baby. Over here. Oh my god, this is not working in my favor. So I have the stupid lead attached to him. Careful, please don't stand in the way. I'm trying to push him through you. Then I can yoink him?
Yoink elites. Crap. You know, I realized if I do a time lapse of me building the track, it's gonna be very, very like disjointed.
That's okay. Okay.
Because I am very unfocused.
That's okay.
No, I just think it would
Fine.
be. I think it would be funny to watch. Because I would be like 1 minute I'm building the track, the next I'm just like walking around the server because I'm bored.
I collect my sponges before they despawn and I lose a non-renewable resource.
I forget that sponges are non-renewable.
They are currently, because you can only get them from murdering Elder Guardians and from breaking the ones that are present in Ocean Monument. And in a fixed, particularly in our world where it's only 5,000 by 5,000, or 10,000 by 10,000, the amount of this is a very limited resource.
Yes. Wait, so how many sponges do we have in total? Or what's the theoretical maximum for the server? That's probably a very difficult question.
Probably not too hard to answer. I can give you a very, very rough estimate.
Okay. I can do a rough estimate.
Yeah, let me see if I can figure it out.
That'll satisfy me.
It's gonna be hard because I need to guesstimate both the percentage of deep ocean. Yeah, it's a little hard to compute. I can do it.
Okay.
It'll probably take me a little while.
I was just thinking.
You basically need to compute the percentage of the world that is deep ocean, and in fact, I suspect, given our world, it's actually less than that, just from experientially traveling it. I suspect that we actually have less ocean than on average.
Okay.
Anyway, Rel could probably tell us how many monuments we have, and then from that I can average out how many.
Because Rel has traveled the entire world, doesn't he? Did you already do that?
I don't think she's done all of it yet. She's done a bit of it. Did I miss a sponge? No, they're all here. Oh, there you go. There's your Guardian, and if you want to release it upon the world, release, along with the water bucket being. Sorry.
Screw you.
Sorry.
Get your ass out of here, boy. Anyways.
Wow, this is an aggressive Guardian. I did not realize quite how aggressive this Guardian is.
I hear what you mean by the Guardian noise being...
Laser sounds?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go fly over to like Ark's house and just stand at his house, and then I'll do it. It's so bizarre.
Wait,
it's just from like the other side of the universe. Tell me when you're there. Okay.
I'm here.
You hear it?
Yes, vaguely.
Come a little bit closer. Maybe go to Charlie's house, but
You doing it?
just stand at like Charlie's house. It's like weirdly loud.
Hang on, let me get the mob sounds all the way up.
That's true. That might be a contributing factor. I mean, you can turn mob sounds down. Mine are at 50%, and it's like still pretty loud. Okay, here we
I'm
go.
at Charlie's house, yeah. Yeah, what the hell, man?
Like, in what world did you need to hear that a Guardian was hitting you like 200 blocks away?
I'm just imagining,
I just
like, using Distant Horizons mod, right? And then there's like...
me when I'm on the other side of the 30 million block world.
hearing all the Guardians at once killing Squid.
That's such a vibe.
I feel like there should be a 10 hours of Guardian sounds playlist or video on YouTube.
Oh, that would be so painful. I bet you it exists. But that would be such a painful sound. I just hate the sound.
Actually, wait, I'm gonna Google that right now. I need to know if that is a thing that exists.
This is a terrible sound. There's no way you can enjoy the sound that the Guardian makes. I'm sorry.
If there isn't one, I'm gonna upload one.
No.
Of Minecraft. Guardian sounds. Oh no, I think there's already one.
But you need the laser sounds. Guardian laser sounds, probably. The regular squishing sounds you might get. You might be able to find a 10-hour compilation of. Any luck?
Not on upon. Wait, no. All Minecraft Guardian sounds? No, that's sound effects for editing.
Just do 10-hour Guardian sounds.
Guardian laser.
Minecraft.
10 hours. Guardian.
Guardian sound Minecraft.
No?
No, it's just 10 hours of nice music. For you.
I'm gonna do it. There's underwater
do it.
conduit
Okay.
ambience.
The conduits is actually sounds really cool.
Yeah.
Go sit. Where do I have a conduit? We had one in the ice, but I might have disassembled it.
Yeah. There's 10 hours of skeleton sounds. That was uploaded 3 years ago. 10 hours of all mob sounds. 10 hours of shockbox sounds.
I think our conduit is still sitting out in the lake somewhere.
Is it? Interesting.
Let me go and fetch
10 hours of silence occasionally broken up by Minecraft cave sounds.
real.
10 hours of Guardian sounds is gonna be hilarious.
What?
I don't know when I'll do it,
No,
but I'll
wait,
do it.
is it? What the heck is going on here? It's an igloo with no basement, but that's supposed to have a basement. I'm confused.
Excuse me,
It has the basement generation,
but it doesn't have the basement.
but none of the actual basement, I don't think. Yup. A ravine appears to have destroyed it. Or someone put this here as a joke.
I think
It's
someone might have
possible
put
as
it there as a joke.
But it's like a perfect replica. Oh no, it's not even a perfect replica. Okay, I think
not?
someone might just be messing with us.
That
I did a
was-
challenge. I saw a video where someone tried to recreate all the Minecraft structures. Like he gave people, it was like, who can recreate it the best? And I may or may not have like tried the challenge myself along with them and totally blown them all out of water. An accident. They were like, he's like, build a stronghold room, and one of them like puts down an end portal surrounded by endstone.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
gonna crash out.
Yeah, no, they were probably a kid.
I think one of them didn't know what Minecraft was.
Oh,
I didn't really know what Minecraft was.
I feel like I could pretty convincingly recreate an end portal room.
It's no, like convincing end portal room not too hard to do, but to make one that's accurate is like decently hard unless you've been in a lot of end portal rooms.
Like, I mean, I'm trying to think. No, I might be having a bit of an ego about this, but I feel like I could do it actually, like, really convincing.
Okay, yeah, you should try it. You should try it. I advise you try it.
I'm gonna try it.
Also,
right
I
now.
advise you try. There's a few other fun ones if you've like played with them a lot. Desert Temple is really nice if you've seen Desert Temples quite a bit. Just because it's so hard to get the order of magnitude right.
Yeah.
It's just a bit of a brain break. I tried that one. And what was the other one that was kind of eh? Oh, obviously we had to build an igloo, but I could do that one from memory. I like did it nearly perfectly. I think the only thing I got wrong was I forgot to put the cauldron in the basement.
Alright. I feel like of any of the ones that I could do, the portal room would be the one that I could
Yes,
do.
I do think that's a very memorable one.
'Cause, I mean, everyone's seen a portal
I don't know
room.
where our conduit has gone. So maybe we don't have one anymore. We might just have to go and fetch a new one. Maybe I put it in the community chest.
I would look there.
Go trying to farm a new one into existence.
Um,
Oh, I lost 2 sponges. I'm gonna crash out.
I have one of your sponges.
Oh, one? Well, I lost 1 sponge, but that's okay.
I still have hitboxes on, so maybe I can see the second one. Realistically, it's despawned by now, though.
Yeah, it's definitely just despawned. Okay. Conduit. Well, we don't have enough Hearts of the Sea, but we do have a spare. Oh, we do? What? We have so many Hearts of the Sea. I might just make 2 conduits.
Make 2 conduits.
I'm just gonna make 2 conduits.
Make 4
So we
conduits.
have... I have 2. You want one? For safekeeping?
I mean, I might as well just leave it in the community chest.
Yeah, okay, fair.
I'll forget about it if it's in my house.
Oh, I just put it in the E-chest.
I also forget about it if it's there. I routinely, like, I never have an end.
I do really like having, there's like, when the all advancements speedrun category was first being developed, which I wasn't around for, but I like went back and looked at it. It's really interesting seeing the evolution of like what people thought was necessary to do all advancements, because they went from like, oh, you need like 3 shulker boxes, and they need, we kind of just guesstimate what goes in each one, to literally every slot in the shulker box is accounted for, and there's 2 shulkers.
Wow.
Like, you just know exactly what goes in each shulker, you know what you're getting before you go to the end, you like spend 1 time in the end getting an exact number of resources, and then depending on how many diamonds short you are, like, you know exactly how many elytras or elytra repair materials you need.
That's
It's like
crazy.
very mathed out now, which is really interesting.
Yeah, it's efficiency, I guess. The efficiency of the speedrunning community is unmatched. But it's so weird though, because like, you basically got all of these people learning a skill, like, is it even like, I don't know how to explain what I'm trying to say. Like, it's a cool thing that that like speedrunning exists, and you can make this thing like hyper ultra efficient just through trial and error a bunch of times, and you've got a community of people doing this thing. But at the same time, it's not like really beneficial to society in any way. So you have this like really optimized
I mean,
thing.
it's beneficial in the same way that I think sport is beneficial. Like, it's something for people to
I suppose.
be entertained by,
Yeah.
to feel motivated by,
Feel motivated by, yeah.
feel a sense of pride for, interest in, dedicate themselves to. I don't know. I don't know. If everything was like always high stakes, I don't know. I think society needs some less high stakes things.
That's a good point too. If everything was always like just important. I mean,
If you only ever did important things, then I don't know. Like, you don't just feel stress.
Yeah. But I mean,
Things
that's
that are kind of lower stakes.
that's
I
kind of
mean,
me
once
though.
you get to like the top ranks in esports, of course, that goes out the window. It stops being a game of relaxation. It's always stress. But I guess it's like de-stressing for the people watching rather than it doesn't do
Yeah.
in sport.
Well, I mean, it's the same as just people watching sport.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. I mean, lots of people are like, "Oh, esports is nothing like real sport."
You're
I don't know. I
literally
think
wrong.
I disagree. I just don't think that's right. Like, it's has the same features in the same format.
They
Like,
don't know about
the only
esport
difference is
racing.
maybe that you have actually got a chance of participating
Yeah.
in esports than as opposed to real sports. I mean, not really the really competitive games, but
Like,
a lot of games have communities.
esports doesn't have to specifically be like, shooter games. Like,
Oh, I don't think of that when you say esports, actually.
like now when people say esports, I actually think of sim racing, because they were playing that on a sports channel when I was at work the
Yeah,
other day. Like, and I was,
That is what I think of as well.
I genuinely
I
couldn't
don't-
tell that it was like esports. Like, I genuinely thought it was just
Ah, okay,
normal
yeah.
racing until I saw one of the cars move impossibly, and I was like, was that just me, like a camera thing? Then I saw a car like spawn in, and I was like, oh, okay, it's a video game.
That's pretty crazy.
And then I saw NPCs and I was like, oh, okay, well, if my submissions were confirmed, that
That's awesome.
confirms it.
Quick. I don't know if it's a problem. Quick word of warning: you may want to chuck some thunder rods up high in the sky where no one can see them on the racetrack.
Why?
Otherwise, your whole track might burn down.
Oh? Excuse me?
all of the about half of the wood is burnable.
Oh.
And the blocks are. I guess the stairs on the non-flat side are not burnable, and the
Wait, so
trapdoors are not burnable at all.
we have fire tick enabled?
Oh, we don't. Never mind. We do not need that.
Okay, that's why I was so confused, because I thought we had fire tick disabled.
Oh, actually, the only reason I was even thinking about that is because I was playing on Bedrock recently and we had fire tick enabled.
Ew.
And then I like thought about, do we actually defend against fire tick on Qualand? And then I thought about it, I was like, oh yeah, I put thunder rods places. But the reason I put them there is to stop my villagers from being converted, so I guess it's not really that important.
There hasn't really been a way to defend against lightning before. Lightning rods, I just realized.
I mean, not. Also, I don't think lightning is the kind of thing that Mojang would add these days.
That would add?
It doesn't follow their current design philosophy.
Yeah.
Like, isn't that one of the things in their like handbook on how to design Minecraft is that you shouldn't have a mechanic in the game that the player doesn't control.
Yeah.
Or at least has some hand in. Like, things shouldn't happen in the world without the player interacting with them.
So
creepers
they wouldn't
and
have weather
lightning,
then.
Counter-examples. Sorry?
So they wouldn't have weather then.
They'd have weather, but they wouldn't have it such that lightning can burn things to the ground.
Okay. So lightning would just be a static then.
I guess, or it could convert mobs, but it couldn't set fire to things.
Yeah.
Like, it's a very severe risk in the current way that it's designed, right?
Do you think
You
Mojang
make
would have
any
even...
building out of wood and you don't put a lightning rod on it,
Yeah.
then your building basically just get burnt down immediately.
So, curveball question, do you think Mojang would have added fire if they had developed it?
As a mechanic?
Yeah.
Oh, it's really tough to tell. Partly because it's such a fundamental mechanic. Like, it's one of the really core mechanics in Minecraft.
Yeah.
And it's hard to imagine Minecraft without it. So I don't know. I mean, yeah.
That's like my thinking on this. Like, it's just one of those things that is just in Minecraft that has always been there. So
It's very hard to say. It definitely doesn't fit their design philosophy, but
I feel like there has to be
it's
certain
kind of
limitations
drastic
to design
change.
philosophy.
I mean, I think it's the kind of drastic change that would have resulted in Minecraft being a different game.
Yeah.
Like, you have to have Minecraft be a different game to not have that, and at that point, it isn't clear that their design philosophy even exists anymore.
Yeah, that's a good point. Have you seen I was watching a video the other day of someone playing a mod pack that like envisions if Minecraft took a different development path.
It's interesting.
I can't remember what
No,
it was called. But it was really super interesting because it's some of the stuff is the same, but the point of the mod pack is to like kind of capture the energy of like beta Minecraft, right? So it wanted to keep if
I'm be honest, I'm not gonna lie. Beta Minecraft does not strike me as something uniquely different from these days Minecraft, and I think the main difference, like, all the decisions that were made where people go like, oh, it's simpler, so it's somehow better than the new Minecraft. I just cannot get on board with that at all, because
yeah, I disagree as well.
it's not as if all the mechanics in there were bare bones. They weren't first principles. They were all also just as derived as the new mechanics are. It just happens that there were fewer of them, and it's like owing to a time where people did different things with the game.
Yeah.
And
It's just
people
the same,
tend to
really.
put a lot of weight to that, and maybe that's just because I wasn't there to experience that part of Minecraft.
Maybe.
But it just does not feel like a valid.
A lot of it does feel kind
criticism
of just like
otherwise.
nostalgia baiting.
Like, the modern game is just a game. Like, it's more of a game than the original thing was, in some sense. But the original thing was also kind of just a game. Like, it's not. I mean, it was just a different game. It's not. Anyway, I don't know. I find it hard to justify any sort of argument in favor or against.
Okay.
One could take.
So, the video that I watched, I just remembered, I think that the title was something along the lines of Minecraft if the adventure update had never happened. So basically,
Okay, sure, yeah.
that's like the alternative development path that the game is taking. It's envisioning like the game if these certain core features of the game were never added,
Yeah.
and it basically uses beta as its like guiding principle. So it's really weird because some of the changes are like really subtle and like kind of pointless as well. Like they add steel armor, which is like in between iron and diamond, and then another like really small change is that you have zombies with different colored shirts, and then you have to craft bed with fabric instead of wool, and zombies drop fabric.
Yeah. I mean, just ran. It's like a different. Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's just a different development path for the game.
Yeah.
I often see those kinds of things where people make these sort of surface level changes to the game, and they like somehow try and argue that the surface level change is like representative of some different design philosophy one could take playing for designing the game, somehow improve it. I don't think any of the videos that like talk about here is a way we could improve some of them have good ideas, but I don't think any of them have a holistic answer to like how to fix the game.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
They all have problems.
fixing the game that's a completely subjective matter.
That too, but I just don't think that there's any. I mean, yeah, exactly.
Like
It's completely
fixing the
subjective.
game implies
Is
that
there
something is broken.
Any improvement that you suggest is like just a choice, not necessarily something. I don't know.
And it's like theoretically
I
you
did
can
like-
have any improvement.
I do really like the new aesthetic changes with all forests now have dead leaves and
Yes.
falling like particles, and you can like fight firefly. I just think those things are like aesthetically nice.
It makes the
and
game more
I
alive.
think they. Oh, 100%. And they strike me as the kinds of things like that I really liked about the Nether update, which was like,
Yes.
we're taking something that's pretty boring and just like
Making it cool. and
taking it
fun.
from something where it's just kind of this relic of like how the way that Minecraft was originally designed, and we fledged it out to be a full biome like all the other biomes we have
Yes.
these days. I mean,
Even the end is still kind of like a relic of old Minecraft.
oh, 100%. I am definitely in the camp of people who would argue that the end update is long
Long
overdue.
overdue.
In fact,
mean,
yeah.
It's ironic.
I
though,
argue that it
'cause
should have 4 caves and cliffs, but I don't know. You could put it either side.
the irony of it though is that technically the end has, well, not technically, the end has already had an update. So it would technically be the second update
I mean,
at the end.
it does feel like. I mean, yeah. No, I think that was a great update actually. 1.9. In terms of what it did to the end, you can have different opinions on the rest of it, but I think
1.9
that
is like
what it changed with the end was really good. Like, it was really a positive change in the way that, like, it wasn't just this sort of empty third dimension that you kind of can build in if you feel like it, but has no practical purpose.
yeah,
Like, it grew its own character as a dimension,
yeah.
which I think is really.
1.9 holds a kind of special place in my heart because that was the first update that I experienced. I started playing 1.8.
I started playing in 1.8, and yeah, same. I started playing in 1.8, and then
Okay.
1.9 rolled around, and that was kind of the first time I played. I mean, I played before that because I played Legacy Console Edition, but the first time I ever played on Java was right at that flick, right when it's shifted from 1.8 to 1.9.
Yeah. So it's like when I think Minecraft, my brain usually automatically goes to 1.8.9.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Or like when I think of Minecraft in the... yeah, I'd say my brain usually goes to 1.8.9. Like when I think about being nostalgic for Minecraft, I think about that era.
1.8. Okay, really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. When I think about being nostalgic for Minecraft, I don't actually have the nostalgia, so I just like...
Because you just always played it.
I just imagine what other people call nostalgic Minecraft, which is like beta.
So one thing that I just thought about right now, so I watched this video the other day of someone describing that the music, like, that they've listened to throughout their lives kind of like gives them nostalgia for certain times in their life, and I noticed that happens for me too, right? So like I noticed that when I listen to songs that I predominantly listened to in 2021 or 2022, memories from that year comes back, or I get the feeling of like, oh, I remember listening to this, I remember being 17 or whatever. I wonder if I'd have the same experience for Minecraft. So like playing 1.13, I feel like not,
Sure.
because
I
all
mean,
you're
I
really doing
remember, I
is-
do remember going and like exploring, or I remember like I was on camp when 116 got announced, and there was like all this discussion of like the new things that they were adding to the Nether, and I was like, oh, so cool. Um, that was like that's like a really sort of cool thing to just like remember that and associate that with the game.
Yeah.
I kind of feel your analogy about music. I don't think I listen to enough music for that to really be a thing that I
Yeah.
like. When I listen to music, it's for little bursts of like one thing. So when I do hear those songs from those little bursts, I like get brought to that. But I don't really
Yeah.
have like I don't think I had a song I listened to in 2021. Like maybe I listened to some songs in the middle, some small number, but
Yeah.
lots, and then I didn't listen to any others.
I mean, you'll probably find that there's like a specific song from your childhood that you remember. Like the Bee Gees always reminds me of like being in my first house, because we had a DVD of the Bee Gees, and I love listening to the Bee Gees.
It's actually interesting. I think the opening to some German television channels, the opening tune,
Yeah.
that's probably nostalgic to me. But I don't think I actually am nostalgic for much English-speaking television because I didn't listen to any, and or music. Like I just didn't listen to stuff. I also struggle a lot in telling you when music is from, if it is released between the year 1998 and the year 2025, or
Interesting.
maybe 2020. 2025 through 2020 I could probably identify, but in those 20 years in the middle, I couldn't tell you when the song was released. It doesn't have enough of a distinct sound in my mind. I don't have a mental
I
model for
partially
what's
agree.
happening.
I partially agree. I could tell when. Ooh,
That's not to say there
2000s
weren't
music.
different songs.
I could tell when a song is from the 2000s, mainly because there's a high chance that it's gonna have like a bit of a pop punk sound, like Avril Lavigne kind of
Yeah,
sound.
I mean there is a distinct sound, but I just don't think I can tell apart the different kinds of things well enough to
The problem is with,
accurately identify.
I think in the 90s is when like, no, it really just depends on the genre, because like, I know what music came out in the 90s. Like, I know what 90s rap sounds like, but that's only because I have a frame of reference of what 90s rap sounds like as compared to modern rap. And like, I know what 90s music artists sound like. Like, I know how Radiohead and Green Day sound. Like, if you...
Oh, exactly. For those two, I couldn't tell you when they are between the year 2015 and I know I heard them in 2015, but I couldn't tell you what year.
What, like punk
I
rock
don't-
and...
Yeah, those two examples.
Okay.
Like, they're two artists I could not tell you.
Green
when
Day
their
and
songs came
Radiohead.
out. At some point, and I like know the songs, but I couldn't tell you anything else.
I wouldn't be able to tell you specifically what years they would come out, but I know what mid-90s Green Day sounds like.
Okay, that's interesting.
And obviously, the further you go back, the easier it is to tell like what the music sounds like, because you like the technology was physically different.
I think
so
there
the
is a
sound
really
was
big
different,
differentiation. I mean, I suspect it had to do with the like ability of.
Well, the
It may
music
just
production
because
techniques were literally
we live
different.
in particular privileged societies, but like there's a lot of there's been a lot of change over the last like 200 years
Oh,
in the way
100%.
that society functions and people's free time and the funding of music, for example.
So-
that has fundamentally changed the ways that we engage with it.
So one thing that is happening in the music industry currently is there's a lot of kind of nostalgia baiting, in the sense that people are using modern technology to try and replicate the sounds of like old technology. Because
Actually, I've noticed that. That's interesting.
society is like really reminiscent of specifically the 80s, and specifically when it comes to music as well. It's like that aesthetic has people don't want it to die, because they just love it so much. Because I think it's like a very human aesthetic. So
Yeah, fair.
what music artists do now is they literally use like synthesizers and stuff, modern techniques to try and match or closely resemble 80s music production sound and stuff like that.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
I think that
it's
stuff's
kinda
really cool.
It is really cool.
Oh my god, all the knowledge. I forgot about the knowledge.
The knowledge.
Me and Tar went and raided a woodland mansion, and I found a library room, and I spent about 40 minutes mining every bookshelf that I could find in the whole structure.
What the hell?
As a bit, and now I have seven stacks of books in bookshelves.
Oh, I did see those. I was like, why does this guy have
You know what I'm
many
gonna do with
bookshelves? Build the library. Maybe you should build a library. Build a maze.
In the bottom of the library.
Like, make a maze
It
out
would
of
be
the
kind of
library.
fun to
Like a
build
library
L
maze.
space.
To build?
L space. It's this concept from Discworld. Basically, all libraries are secretly. The idea is that all libraries are secretly connected. If you go sufficiently far back along the bookshelves in a library, you can find every other library in existence.
What?
It's an idea from a fictional world. But I like the idea that real life libraries also have this application that you
Like,
can
if you go far
traverse
enough.
all libraries, and you just have to walk far enough back into the bookshelves or back rooms of a library. and you'll
Oh,
find
okay, I
every
get what
other-
you're saying. So, like, the libraries are like. So it's kind of like library Narnia, if that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like you go
Exactly,
deep into the library and then suddenly you're in like an infinite library world.
Yeah, and then you can jump out at any other library.
Yeah.
That's called L space. Is the concept. But I
L
like the idea
space.
that you could somehow. I don't know how I would approximate it, but like you go down to the library in our in this building here,
That's actually such a cool concept. I want that to exist in real
and then you
life.
somehow like come out somewhere else at every other library.
Yeah.
I do feel like I would have to make it so it uses pearl stasis chambers or something funny.
Bro's got to add some kind of technical element to it.
Well, I don't know. If I like use minecarts, then it would be really obvious that I'm like moving between the spaces. But if I could somehow like make it so that you walk into a dark room and then you come out of a dark room after teleporting from an ender pearl, it somehow makes it seem like it seamlessly connected the two.
Just
libraries.
ask Tar for
I
some
don't
command blocks, honestly.
No, I wouldn't do that.
It's fine.
Devalues the creativity.
Devalues the
experience.
creativity, yeah.
I could also just like go down into the caves underneath spawn and just build a big box and kind of recreate the nether but out of bookshelves and powdered snow or something silly like that.
The nether.
Like
That's-
the nether sort of shape, like the cave shape of the nether.
Uh,
With the lava replaced by powdered snow and or something like that.
you know, that's actually kind of a dope idea. I think a cave base could be cool.
As a book dimension
Yeah.
you travel into.
Yeah, I like this idea. Let's make a book dimension.
Book dimension. I don't know what needs to go in the book dimension. I just know that it needs to be made out of bookshelves. That's important.
Yes, that's important.
I kind of want to do. There's this other server I played on a while ago where I built a black hole out of blocks, so that the exterior was black, like black glass on black concrete layered or something like that.
Yeah.
With a golden ring, like the accretion disk of the black
Yeah.
hole. I mean, obviously, it only looks right from certain angles, but that doesn't matter too much.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
You have the kind of black hole, and then from a particular angle, you could walk inside, or via the nether portal, you could get inside the black hole. And then on the inside, it was also fogged off. So basically, looking out from the interior, it also just was an infinite void of black. But I had like a little house floating in the void.
Do
with
you
like
have-
a door to nowhere and other stuff like that. And I don't know, that felt like it really embodied. You went to a different place when you were inside. Like
Yeah.
it
Do you
was
have
just a different
screenshots of
world,
the space?
like a completely black world. Sorry?
Do you have a screenshot of the space?
I have a copy of it on the creative world. Yeah.
That's so interesting.
You want to see it?
Yeah, I want to see it.
Give me a sec. Let me see if I can pull it up. Ah, I just realized it's in my other save, so I don't know why I disconnected. Just stay connected to it. Oh, I don't know if it's still open. It's actually a good question. I don't know if the server's still up. Otherwise, I could just join the server. No. Let me fly somewhere safe.
Was this like a mega base?
It wasn't that big. It was about the size of. I could have made it much bigger, but I didn't want to have to dig because I put it half buried in the ground. I didn't want to have to dig a really big hole to start with. So I actually made it small, and in the end, I think I would have preferred it if it was bigger because I actually had problems because I wanted to light up all of my little island bits so you could like see it. Because I wanted to light up that little bit. The light was like hitting the edge of the sphere and you could see that it was an illusion, so I had to like be very, very conservative with how much light I had casting on all the different parts of the build.
Okay.
Because I didn't want it to reach if I'd made it a bigger sphere, I could have just put it in the middle and not have to worry about that, which I think would have sold the illusion a bit more than it did. Let me see if I can share it. I'm gonna go hide in here. Okay, here. Let me see if the server's still up. Oh, I don't even have it saved. Okay, well, if I don't have the IP saved.
They're not as cool as we are.
Sorry?
They're not as cool as Koaland. That's why you didn't
They
save
are not
the
as cool
server.
as-
Mm-mm.
But I don't know. They're okay.
They're
They're
okay.
a splinter group. Izumaverse plot world.
Oh, is it? Okay. So like us.
A bit like us, although we kind of started before the plot world was gone, so...
Oh, true. There's a lot of
Let me do some movie magic.
I remember I was in a splinter group of the Azuma plot world like years ago called Paddle.
They are a following on from Paddle.
They're following on from
Their
Paddle.
Paddle, like after Paddle died.
Oh, did Paddle die?
Yeah, that's why.
Interesting.
They were just a subset of Paddle, or most of Paddle.
Okay.
Let
I
me-
left Paddle because I was Kid Me and I was ended up talking about politics on Paddle and that was a terrible idea and
Probably wasn't the greatest idea.
that was not very smart.
Okay.
I think there's a lot of just political, really, really bad political takes from like 14-year-old me sitting around online that I really hope never surface ever.
That's... I don't know if this will work. I hope this works. Tell me which version of Minecraft you're seeing.
I'll tell you now.
If at all.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
So I had like terrain. This is obviously just a snapshot that I took of the world using Lightmatica, but
So what was the
the idea was that
intended
there was a
viewing
base, and I like carved a hole
angle? Okay.
and built a sphere inside that was made with black glass. And obviously this is on, I think this is full brightness actually. On full brightness, at nighttime you get like this effect where you basically can't see the black hole at all. All you see is the accretion ring around, like something like this. Was the idea that you like take a shot from here. Anyway, if we do this, so we kind of fly into the black hole and yum, and now you're inside the black hole.
Yeah, it's like a different dimension.
And it's like a pocket dimension in here, basically, right? I mean, I have my door to nowhere that leads, you guessed it,
To nowhere.
to nowhere.
And it's sufficiently dark in
I
there.
have my music playing.
It's so crazy.
I have
'cause
my infinite enchanting table. It stretches off into forever. And all the axes of all the, like, look at the wood on the walls, it like stretches off into infinity.
Yeah. How did you
Same
do
for this.
that?
I'll show you in a second.
Oh, you just use darker and darker blocks? That's so cool.
I just use darker blocks going away from the center point. So even though I was working in quite a small space, it's really hard to see how small the space is.
This is
Really hard.
really cool. What the crap?
Anyway, I got bored and built this. But that was my black hole that I made.
Is the nether portal the only way in?
Well, I think on the actual world, yeah, I finish off this tunnel. I made this tunnel bigger on the actual world. It's like a tunnel here that kind of
that
takes
goes
you to
out.
the outside.
Okay.
It's not finished in this, but I fully fledged out like an entrance here that was kind of hidden by multiple layers of sort of overlapping blocks so that you couldn't see in or out, but you could kind of walk through it.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah, the idea was that the nether portal would be like a pocket dimension. So, I mean, of course, if you're like standing here, where you are is like a little bit weird, right?
Yeah. It does
It's a bit
kind of
weird
feel
what
like a
dimension you're
different. It feels
Like
like,
a
you're in a
pocket
different
space,
dimension, yeah.
I will say, when you first come in, it almost looks like it's just a big concrete box and everything here is on the edge of the concrete box. But then you like go and stand at this edge and you realize that,
Oh wait, no, it's actually not a concrete box.
right? I mean, it is, but only significantly further out than
Yeah.
the ending position.
I feel like it would be even more because like you can kind of see the edges of the box.
And
right?
I had to construct this emergency ladder
Oh yeah.
because if I fell down, I wanted a way up. So I added a secret thing that you basically can't see from anywhere on the map, but that takes you out of the floor.
If you had built it like even bigger, it would be even more effective.
I do think so, yeah. The small scale and sort of the fact that I used all the space in the sphere
Yeah.
almost shows you where the boundary is. In
Yeah.
some sense.
Like
I
from
didn't use
certain
this
places
corner,
you
but I
can't
used
really see
every
it. Like
other
right now I
space.
can't see the boundary, but for a second there I could see the. If it was like double the size, or maybe even like 1.5 times bigger.
Yeah, I think double, yeah. If it was double the size or even more, and ideally I wouldn't connect this. I actually ran out of space, but like this is nearly connected to the outer wall. But in an ideal world, that just kind of disappears into infinity.
Yep.
Anyway, I like the idea of something like this, where it's kind of the ambience of a pocket dimension.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not quite sure if this is the way that I want to do the library dimension.
It's your little
could
TARDIS.
have like an island.
I think it's a good way that we could
Do the library, like we could take inspiration from it in the kind of trading off, and it's like you can improve on the idea from this iteration of like the pocket dimension idea. So we can have like but instead of doing a black hole, we just fill a cave underground with black concrete.
Yeah, sure. I mean, you just make a box. It's much simpler to construct this if you're not forcing yourself. Of course, I think. Let me see. I think my brightness is at 50%. So if you pulled the brightness all the way up, you can kind of start to see the edges of my illusion. If you built it big enough, you wouldn't be able to see the edges. And of course, when you use full bright or something like that, it breaks the illusion.
Yeah.
But yeah. I don't know. That would be a cool idea, I just thought.
That's honestly like probably one of the cooler base ideas that I've seen ever.
Oh, thanks.
Like genuinely, that is just top tier.
I built that, like I did, the first thing I did on that world was I did all advancements. As a
Okay.
kind of speedrun, quasi speedrun. And then I just built that because I was bored, and that just happened to be like a lull, and no one was playing for like 3 weeks while I did
Yeah.
that. And then some people came back and went, oh, this is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's fine.
I don't know if like if I mean, because the sum total of my creativity is like, I'm gonna build a hobbit hole, a racetrack, and never have, and then I'm about done. Then my creativity is about expended. But like freaking a black hole, right? That is like a pocket dimension. That's so cool.
Oh, I just like thought of it because I like had the inside of it. as an
Yeah.
idea. I just thought like it would be cool to have the darkness.
Yeah.
And then, actually, I think the first thing I did was I went to the middle of nowhere. I was like, what can I do? And I was like, let me just dig a big spherical hole.
Yeah.
So I
Okay.
dug a big, perfectly spherical hole. And then I was like, I guess I could put a sphere inside this.
Sphere
Then I
inside
went and
this,
messed
yeah.
out around in the creative world and designed
To
the
design the
shape of
sphere.
the black hole on the outside.
And then you
Yeah,
landed
exactly.
on black hole.
Yeah. That was good fun.
We win.
We need to finish Bucky's tower, I reckon.
Yeah.
It's a little refining.
I was kind of thinking of styling it after the Burj Khalifa. I don't know how.
I don't know if this
though.
is supposed to be a bucket. If it's supposed to be a bucket, I feel like we can do
No,
something.
it's not supposed
I
to
don't
be a
wanna, like-
bucket. It's supposed to be galvanized
Is
steel.
it not?
It's galvanized steel
Galvanized
box.
square
Yes.
steel. Galvanized steel. That's a good one. Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, we can galvanize some steel.
Do you have any ideas of how we can make it like
Galvanized.
more galvanic?
Galvanized steel. Crying out loud. Sorry, go on.
Do you have any ideas of how we can make
Thanks,
it more galvanic?
We can improve the texturing on this. I feel like
The texturing isn't
the,
so great,
the
yeah.
choice of palette was not the most adventurous of block palettes.
No, I mean he didn't really progress far. Bucky only has unenchanted diamond armor.
Yeah, I figured.
I'm sure we can figure something out.
It's about it.
After the stream, I'll go look at some block balance.
Good idea.
You know, I really thought I was gonna finish the finish doing all the supports today.
It's okay. You want help?
You can if you want to.
Explain to me how to do it though, because I'm too stupid.
You
for
could
this.
just look at the other ones. There isn't a specific distance between each support. It's basically just...
You just kind of picked an appropriate distance,
Yeah.
and then you did two. You did the underside, which was like a vertical. Then spruce planks out. Should they be stripped or are they being kept unstripped?
The ones underneath are unstripped, and the ones on the side
Okay, and
you'll
then
see are
stripped on the sides.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we always put a lamp in the middle. Is that right?
Yeah, always put a lamp in the middle.
Okay, yeah, we can do that.
And then break any lamps that aren't purple. And then what I'm going to do afterwards is I'm going to go over again with some lighting and just double check that the track is properly lit.
Okay, sure. Let me grab some resources. I see. There may not be no purple frog lights left.
Oh, I have all of them.
Yeah, 9. There's 9. Okay, and there's a stack. Theft that, and the dark oak I will theft as well.
It's half the frog lights.
Okay, and... Sorry?
I gave you half the frog lights.
Oh, wonderful. Phil has a history test.
Yeah.
Wow.
Didn't realize he was... Oh, no, wait, he did mention he was doing history. I don't know what relevance it has to his degree, though.
Neither do I.
Because he's doing a electrical engineering degree, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
electrical
right. This thing is like really close to the previous one. Are you sure you wanted to put it this close? I guess you needed it symmetrical. Is that right?
Which one's
'Cause
close?
it needs to be on both sides. For your
Oh,
central
yeah. I wanted it to be
support. Okay, that's fine.
like that.
So then I should make it the same distance on the outside of the curve, just to match. Roughly.
Try, yeah.
1, 2, 3. So like here-ish. And then it goes to the middle, so it'll be like there. Okay, I think I can do that.
So what I generally do is whenever there's like a 2 block, I try and just avoid doing those and try to find where it's 3 wide, like here, but that's also janky. So I would probably put the next
I'm
one
gonna put
over
it
here.
right. Really? Okay.
Yeah. But you can put one there if you want to.
I'll put one here. The one definitely belongs on the corner. Whether or not there's a second one, that's up to you.
Yeah. I might
This.
go over and decide to add more later on, I'm going to be completely honest.
Fair enough. I'm so bad at using scaffolding.
Same.
I'm like absolutely terrible at using it.
No, I'm the
I don't think
same.
I'm ever gonna get used to the fact that you can use scaffolding.
Oh, you mean like using it like as in like, you know what I'm trying to say?
Just using it.
Yeah,
no, just
like
putting
just-
it down.
Yeah.
Like interfacing with it, I'm perfectly happy with like how to place it, how to move around on it. It all makes sense to me. Like that tends to be the normal grind. But I like cannot bring myself to waste
use-
resources on making scaffolding to make my life easier.
To
for some
waste
reason.
resources. It's not like we have a very
Exactly.
efficient scaffolding farm. That's not what it is, but it's...
No, it's not. It's not like we have overflowing bamboo and string farms or anything like that.
We only have like double chests of bamboo blocks.
Jeez. Roughly, how wide are my things gonna be? How wide is the track?
How does
4,
it try?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's about 4 blocks in, and then I come down.
Yeah, you nailed it.
What do I do in the corner? Anything, and then a trapdoor on top. Okay. I'm never gonna get used to using scaffolding. I'm having fun bobbing in the water.
To be honest, I bob in the water usually as well when I'm doing that part, so...
Does the pillars go all the way down to the ground? Is that right?
Yes. Into the ground
Yeah.
again.
Even when it's like twice as deep as the actual height of the pillar?
Yeah.
No, I think it's like triple. I think I used about triple the logs in the underwater part.
Yep.
Anyway.
Hey, if
Okay.
someone goes down there, man. All I'm saying.
Wouldn't want them to have the fright of having to see
Of having to
something
see,
that's not what they were expecting.
yeah, unfinished pillars. It's disgusting.
Oh, the
actually.
horror.
It's repulsive.
Oh, jeez. I do think that placing blocks in Minecraft should be made more universal.
What do you mean?
The behavior of a lot of redstone components when you place them is weird. Like, there should be
Yeah.
either placing blocks should be from a fixed angle, or it should be placing blocks from onto a particular face.
I get what you
I
mean.
prefer face to angle, just because angle is kind of annoying.
Hmm.
But I do think in general it might be true that faces are more restrictive in some cases.
Hmm.
But I do think like the mixed system is not great. And particularly it's not very beginner friendly. If you know all the blocks and you've like tried placing them all, it's kind of fine, but
Yeah, I agree.
watching someone like Oliver try to play Minecraft, he has no hope. Like he tries to place the observer, he has no clue which direction.
Which
it's gonna get
direction,
placed
yeah.
in.
I mean, I even still don't know which direction you're supposed to place an observer, I'm gonna be completely honest.
You place it so that the a redstone output faces you,
Yeah.
which means you're looking at the block. You're basically placing against the block that it's going to detect. But that's kind of a coincidence, whether or not that's true. Right? You could place it on on a block, and then it would face up down because of your orientation.
Hmm.
Kind of depends, right?
Where's my crafting bench?
What is this? Is this longer? 2, 3, 4, 5. Is this 5? No, this is 4. Where did I go to school? I counted 9. Oh, there's an extra width on the edges.
Yes. Why do
Things are
some
fine,
people call
right?
crafting tables crafting benches?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Is that like just a cultural thing that has spawned in Minecraft?
I think it's actually because the advancement for using a crafting table, the achievement was called benchmarking.
Benchmarking. Benchmaking. Oh, maybe.
That's my recollection, but I actually don't know.
my Spotify rap this year is going to be Lena Rain, Masterplan Music, and Hollow Knight's piano OST album. Oh, you're muted right now. Is that for a reason? Or... Spelling is my passion. He's gonna enter a spelling bee. Come on. Silly fucks. Oh no, that just happened. Well, I already screwed up the support, but there's nothing I can really do about that. It's just a couple of tweaks I'm making to your pillow. Well, I suppose you weren't done yet, so that's fair. You didn't notice the stairs? Oh yeah. Oh wow, you're gonna try to do the stairs that way? That's crazy. That's the entire reason I made the scaffolding, because the scaffolding literally like makes your life easier when you're doing that. But hey, if you really want to, go for it.
This is objectively the best way to do this.
This is objectively the
We should have
best.
done it before we did the slabs, but we are where we are, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no. It would have been much easier, but I only thought of doing the staircases after I added in the slabs.
Okay.
So that's where that rationale came from.
Isn't too bad.
I
Kind
just
of okay.
realised that
I
I-
can just about reach all the places I need to.
Okay. I have no food on me. I have an empty chest on me though.
You
which
need
has
some?
food in it.
Come here.
Hang on, it's
Oh,
fine.
okay. You don't carry an ender chest on you?
I do now. I usually forget to though. I wrap my carrot boxes white.
Leaving behind my shulker boxes while doing full advancement runs has come back to bite me way too often. I basically don't forget to take things with me these days. I got like a little mental checklist.
Nice.
Because you have two shulkers and you put all your valuables in one of them, all of the gold that you're going to use to construct your beacons at the end of the run. And if you happen to forget your shulker somewhere and then you notice 5 minutes later while flying because you didn't use it, you may or may not be kind of screwed and have to reset the whole game.
Oh yeah, where art thou sponges? I want to put my...
You want some sponges?
No, I've got the one sponge that I want to put with the rest of them.
I'll just leave it in a chest somewhere. They're in my chest.
Oh, okay. I'll just put it in the community chest.
Okay.
Actually, I won't even put it in the chest. I'll just place it as a block. That way
Fair
no
enough.
one will... That way no one
That
will
is
forget
good. That
it.
is helpful. That will help me remember it. Yes. I just tried to use my elytra after taking off the elytra. I'm really maximally intelligent.
Same.
Oh my god! I just have the biggest life hack.
What?
Let me out of the water. Oh, I'm not wearing elytra. I just tried to use elytra spam out of the water. I just came up with the biggest life hack.
What is this life hack?
What do you reckon are the odds? That bamboo boat puts you high enough to place down the stairs. Let's find out. Because the bamboo raft sits you higher up than a regular boat.
Oh, no ways.
No, not quite.
Dang it.
Not quite, not quite. If it was one block lower, you could, but then you could just reach it from the water too, so... You can place down the boat and use it that way.
Can you not stand on the boat?
Yeah, you can stand on the boat. It's a bit glitchy, like standing on boats always is, because of desync, but standing on it is kind of a great option.
I hate building underwater.
Really?
Yeah, because you sink downwards. So you have to
I
constantly...
mean, I think it's fine.
It's just
Yeah, it is.
slightly
It is.
annoying.
It gets a bit of takes a bit of getting used to.
It's mainly when
It's
you're
not too
wearing an
bad.
elytra or when you have toggled sprint for some reason.
That's why you hold a chest plate in your hotbar so you can hotkey to it. Yeah. What do you think of the proposed elytra changes? I don't know if I discussed this with you already.
Was that the one where they changed the durability and whatnot?
No. There's a newer change that has been changed. There's an implemented change. In 121.4, when you use an elytra, and you land in water or on a ladder, you stop using the elytra and switch to swimming/climbing.
I think I prefer that.
Really? Okay.
It depends on the
I really
context.
dislike it, but I'm definitely biased because we abuse that fact in all advancements.
In all advancements.
You basically fly around the ocean and dip into the ocean to look for drowns, and then you use firework rockets to accelerate back out. But if you're not in elytra mode, you can't use firework rockets. So you have to swim back to the surface, muck with the hitting space at just the right moment, and then you also have to click firework rocket at the same time. It's like way harder to do that.
I like the change because when you're in elytra mode underwater, right, and you try to go up scaffolding, it's really annoying because you can't go up scaffolding when you're in elytra mode. So you basically just, it's
That's
really
true.
annoying for building.
Yeah, that is annoying. I mean, it's not that hard to solve. I don't mind
Yeah.
the bedrock solution, which still has it so that your elytra comes off when you go in water or whatever, but you can press space mid-flight to disable the elytra. I don't know what I think of it. Like, I don't mind the fact that you have to land. It's kind of a nice thing to, like, challenge to using the elytra that kind of balances it a little bit. But, being able to just, like, disable the elytra makes it way easier to land. Which I think is the right option, like, mobile/console. But...
Yeah.
Oh, God.
What is the correct tool for fog lamps?
Probably a hoe, although they may not have a tool. But if it was one, it would be the hoe. I don't know though. It may not have a tool. I actually don't know.
Interesting.
But they break pretty fast. I'm not sure.
Not when
need a
you're
tool. Let me
underwater.
check. You need to be standing on ground. Is your problem?
Yeah.
You have aqua affinity?
I do not.
Okay, aqua affinity lets you mine at regular speeds underwater.
I
Yeah,
need
they
to
don't have a
get that.
dedicated tool. buy it for you, and if you give me your helmet, I'll bring you back a helmet with Aqua Affinity on it.
I'll go get it.
Okay, go for it. Pretty sure we have a villager.
We should
If you don't tell me, this can chat you on. Okay, hang on. Where am I going? Okay, so the next pole over.
Yeah, we have one.
Like,
Only 19 emeralds.
I guess I'll go for the symmetrical opposite corner to where you put it, right? Triple, triple, and then there's an L shape. Ah, this is a tighter corner. Okay, but I'll put it on the L shape. Right?
Okay.
Although you did it on the inverse L shape, which is interesting.
Did I?
But I think I'll put it on the positive L shape. I'll be different to the way that you did it on the other side.
Not too certain what you're talking about.
Where to put the next rampart? The next support stand for the raceway.
Ooh.
That, okay, yeah, sure.
I really don't. I don't think there is actually a rationale to wear support stands.
Okay, I'm just kind of copying what you did.
Oh, I even have enough levels.
Oh, come on. Dude, no way. You
What?
made this out of logs without turning them into bark. What are you doing?
Eh?
I'm turning it into bark. I'm going to waste the additional logs to make this bark. I cannot stand this.
What? What did I
Also,
do
you didn't
wrong?
put it one... Why did you make 2 pillars? I'm sorry.
Oh, is this section? Yeah, I don't know what I was doing this section. Oh my gosh, I
yeah.
forgot that bark existed.
Right.
I was like, oh dang, it's a bummer
Exists?
that texture exists. Bark exists, hello.
Block. Only dropped, holy shit. Only dropped 6 versions ago.
Because, no, bark has like always been a thing in my mind that isn't, like, you know. No, but I
Okay,
use
can I move this thing in the
bark
middle? It's gonna piss me off otherwise. Why is it 2 things?
because they don't
You didn't
line
do
up.
that anywhere else. There's nowhere else. What do you mean they don't line up?
They
You
don't
should have
line up.
chosen a spot where they lined up. What are you talking about?
I'm not smart, that's why.
2, 3, 4, 5. You can literally just move it. Okay, I'm moving it. I'm moving it one over.
You can move
Executive decision.
it. You can move it.
Fixing
You
it.
can move it. It was a really dumb decision. I was just like,
I don't know.
what is the easiest way to make this a thing? I'll just do it this way. And I left it.
Fair enough. Okay.
Did the bark blocks really drop like 6 versions ago?
It might even be 7.
What version did they drop in?
114. It might be 115, but I remember it being 114.
What update was that?
And they updated the textures and everything as well.
When they updated text?
No. Okay, 1.13 is such a weird update. I don't remember it existing.
That's the ocean update.
If that makes sense. Because in my mind, the ocean update has the new textures.
Does it? Did it though?
Does it not in your mind?
It does.
It has the new textures, right?
Yeah. Doesn't it?
Yeah, those weren't added until the next version.
No, that's impossible.
What do you mean that's impossible?
No, like I literally
That's not how you
remember it
remember
having the modern textures.
Yeah, exactly, same. It just didn't.
I'm sure no,
It's so
because
weird.
I remember that was when I watched log.zip, right? No, yes, that's when I was watching that one SMP series. I've completely forgotten what it was, but they all like lived on island bases. I think it was hosted by LD
There's
Shadow Lady.
slabs are. There's slabs
Lizzie?
between the supports. I didn't even notice those either. It's fine. I'm really efficient at remembering this. Sorry, what was your question?
No, I'm just trying to remember. No, because I remember that 1.13 is when I was watching log.zip.
Okay.
And his update videos. And I remember the textures
Yep.
being there. Like, I remember him talking about the phantoms and the tridents and his freaking voice. He was classical, like, over-enthusiastic kids YouTuber. I don't know.
Maybe I do remember that as well. But anyway, it's not the right version. They didn't look that way, which is so weird to me. It's such
like,
a weird version. It just looks so cursed.
What,
whenever I see
1.13?
people play it. Yeah, because it's like all the new kelp and whatever, but like just old textures for everything.
Old textures for the kelp.
No,
Or
no, the
everything
kelp
else.
was new, but everything else looked old textures. 1.13 had Jappa do all the textures, but he didn't overhaul them all yet. That wasn't until 1.14.
Oh, right, I forgot about Jappa doing the textures.
That's why we got the new textures.
Yeah.
He like redid them all, and there was like this whole discussion of like, does sand look really terrible? And then they had this whole back and forth with like how to change sand. I don't know if you remember that.
I do not remember that.
The sand looked really bad when he first changed it.
Really?
Like, oh, I hate this. I mean, people hated it. Okay, part of it was that people just didn't like how smooth the sand looked because they were used to the really janky looking sand. But there was definitely an aspect of like the sand being too, I think it's desaturated.
I think I vaguely
One way
remember
or
it
the
now
other.
that you
Not
mention
too
it.
unsaturated or too oversaturated or something, and people were complaining about that.
I think overhauling the textures is probably one of the best things that they did for the game.
I think so too. It definitely separates old and new era Minecraft, even though the difference is only like a year where they didn't do any updates. But anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Oh jeez, I couldn't count. I wanted to. Sorry, I'm sorry. How did you come up with this corner?
Which corner?
I just don't understand.
My methods were random bullshit.
Look at this. It's like every other one, it's like in front, there's like a border, and then it's like in front of the border, but on this one, you just like put it inside the border.
Did I?
Look, it's like the border is one thick everywhere, and then here it's suddenly just like inside the border.
Oh.
No, you like had to remove blocks to put it there. I don't know if we
Get rid of it,
fixed
get rid
I
of
don't
it,
know if
get
we
rid of
fixed this. No, I'm not even sure whether we fixed this. Like, how do we fix this? Okay, we move it one over and back. Yeah, I found it. I just need to remove everything and do it again.
No, wait, I did it like this
I
here.
can see what we
No, it is right.
Where? Show me.
That is how I intended it. I'm on by the galvanized,
Galvanized square steel.
like galvanized steel corner.
No, this is
Eh?
completely different.
What do you mean it's different?
Oh, on this corner. On this corner.
Yeah,
Ooh,
look.
yeah, you did.
Look.
I don't know if I like that.
And then
Okay,
also
we can
this
do it.
corner. It's the only way that I could like logic it to
okay,
work.
Fine. Okay. Sorry. This thing doesn't have a partner. What did you do under the surface? What the fuck? I'm gonna crash out. Let's go.
Wait, no. Wait. Let me show you why.
If that's allowed, no. If that's allowed, I'm gonna cheat. We're just gonna have an outer half here.
No,
that
let me
okay?
show. That's fine, but let
just
me
gonna have
show
an outer
you why I
half
did
like
it that way.
I know it's because the Bucky's bucket was there on the way the matching partner.
No, that's not why. Come to the first bubble elevator side of the map. So the hairpin.
Right.
This
This looks
is one.
right.
Yeah.
This looks right. This is the way it should be. The corners should be single things. They shouldn't be paired up.
Yes. And then there's a single in the
That's what
middle.
we should be doing over here as well.
Oh my gosh. Okay, fix it.
Right?
Yeah,
We should also just be having half ones here. It's a corner.
yeah.
It's not different. So we have what we had, but we only have one half of it,
I don't know why I'm
which is the outer half.
stupid.
I don't know if he did something stupid. It was just kind of not matching. And anyway, it's fine.
I just did something wrong.
What's the best spot? I actually don't mind putting it a bit further out. Let's move it one over while we're here anyway.
Bum, bum, bum. Fences are so bloody expensive.
Fences are expensive, yeah.
I'm gonna have to go mining for more spruce wood.
I've got a stack and a half on me, so if you want some more.
That's not gonna be enough. You keep that. I'll go mining.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
go
I know,
mining
but
for
like,
more.
we don't need to go right now. Use the quadruple trees.
Yeah, I always do that. I'd rather die than not use them. Because it's just...
And this is underneath. And now I can do it over here, what we did over there. Do we need a trident guy to shoot you?
A trident guy? Actually, hey, getting a trident guy wouldn't be a bad idea. That could add some, like...
No, I don't think we can do it on the boat course is the only thing. Because,
Oh, because they'll break the boat.
They'll break the boats. As exciting as it would be, I think that
Yeah, it would make the game unfair.
That's kind of just not letting you play the game. Right?
Yeah. Because it would be kind of luck-based, because you can't exactly dodge when you're in a boat.
I mean, you can. Skill issue.
Skill issue? That's fine. Why does my bed
They can't
never
dodge the
freaking work?
tridents.
They can't dodge the tridents. See, oh my gosh, this is why I hate doing ender chests, because I always undoubtedly leave it somewhere. And now I don't know where my ender
It's
chest is.
fine. No, I did that as well. The solution is, you just get bored one day and you go and mine like 2 stacks of obsidian, and then you just craft like as many as you can.
And have them in your inventory at all times.
I have a stack of ender chests in my ender chest. 54. I've lost 10 already.
That's wild. I have 5 in my
Since
ender
I got
chest.
bored enough to go and do it.
And I have crafting materials for it. I've just crafted 4 more ender chests. And I accidentally picked obsidian, that's one.
What am I doing? 1, 2, 3. So this would be 1, 2, 3. I think that's the same now. Oh no, it's one less. No, I think this definitely just goes straight down here.
I just realized that I have a fortune pick, but I never used it. Since like when we first started.
Fair enough. I mean, unless you go fortuning, or then it's not that important. Right?
I didn't even get rockets. All
You need
that.
some rockets?
No, I was getting rockets from my ender
You
chest.
stacks.
I was about to leave without my rockets. Bad at this game.
I am so okay. If they remove elytra hopping one day, I'm going to be so annoyed. That is
Yeah,
some tech that I've just built into my movement.
same.
I need to get up 1.5 blocks. There ain't no way I'm placing down a block to go up. I'm just using my elytra. Like
Yeah, same.
I just don't. If they ever remove that, I'm gonna be really annoyed.
Same.
I don't know. I'm gonna
They
become
don't have a
really bad
reason
at
to
the game.
remove it.
Oh yeah. I feel like I'm one. Okay, I did this thing. Now we did this one. And on this thing, we now did the corners.
Okay, I'm gonna do a straight one. I just realized I need to add more stairs here. I've had a couple of people join the stream, linger for a bit, and then leave. Which is good. Means there's people that are like, at least trying it out, I guess. I need to go to the bathroom. Oh, I'm back. I'm back.
You're back. Welcome back. Oh, I use so much scaffolding. It does
Yeah.
look cool from a distance, though, when you just put lots of scaffolding up around something you're building.
It's mainly why I use scaffolding, to be honest.
Okay, and then I put one here so that we can do this.
You weren't using that, were you?
No, I was not actually. One, two, and this, and here, and back, and down, and swap this out,
Up,
and
right.
break
there.
this, like this. 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. Do I need some extra stairs on the corners? I do. I'm not sure how to put them on though. Like this, maybe? Yeah,
That's fine.
does need an extra trapdoor on it though. How do I? Two.
Do you still have a use for this netherrack slab?
I think you may want to use it if you want to get all advancements.
What is it for? Cat farm or something?
It's a cat farm, yeah.
Right.
You need to sit there for, I don't know, something on the order of maybe 2 hours or something like that total. Just AFK. And breed the cats. And ideally you do it over a full moon midnight so that you get a black cat in there as well.
Okay. Wait, so black cats can only exist at full moon midnight?
They can only spawn in villages at a full moon at midnight or in a village, in witch huts.
That's really cool.
That's pretty cool. I have run out of logs. You still have some, or do we need to go get some more?
I have 31. You can
finish this section. I'll go grab some more wood.
Okay. Uh-oh, lag's back. No, it's gone. I am absolutely loathing the idea of going to work tomorrow.
How long are you working tomorrow?
Let me check. Uh, 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Probably be finished by 10.
Fair enough. At least you don't have to get up early.
Yeah. I do have to get up early on this weekend though.
Why is that?
My shifts are 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. 7 a.m. to 12 12 p.m. on Saturday, and 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Sunday. It's gonna be pretty rough.
Did you see Phil's flag?
Yeah, no, it's great. I saw it at the start of the stream.
Very cool.
No. It's phantoms.
Solve that one. Your stream appears to be lagging.
Is it?
I don't know, it's just frozen for me. Let me try reloading it.
It might just be because I was standing still for a while.
It's here in very, very low quality. Ah, looks like it's fine. Looks like it's stable.
Our FPS has been a little bit abysmal today.
Here's what it is. Okay, I've got some more wood. I'll give you half. 1, 2, and that. Yeah. Oh, what the? Oh, to the dark oak logs. I'm confused for a second. Where are you? Under here somewhere?
I'm by
Okay.
the turn here.
I'm just gonna give you those two. You can figure that out for yourself.
Cool.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, I don't know why I did that.
What have I done this? Look how long the pole is.
Yeah. I think it's part of the credit. Honestly, it's part of the aesthetic.
Yeah.
You gotta commit to the bit.
Commit to the bit, yeah.
Put the fences in the middle, and then I'll start from the bottom with the fences. Actually, I think we need to break a hole for the fences to make sense. It needs to
Break
go
a
all the way
hole?
down. It's all good, I fixed it. Okay, and then fences all the way up, you said?
I'm out.
Very good.
Beautiful.
Oh, you got like a crossbar going. So I've done that over here.
Hmm.
Yeah. Somehow. Like that. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's right. Okay. You put the trapdoors on? You didn't put the trapdoors on. Keep forgetting the
I
trapdoors.
forgot the trapdoors.
I have way too many of these trapdoors, so we may as well put them on every pole if we can.
Forgot the stairs.
Oh, actually, best update, best change in 1.9 or whatever it is, where they changed it so that you could place trapdoors on their own without a solid block.
Oh.
Those were terrible original trapdoors.
Oh.
The original trapdoors required a solid block to be attached to.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, it's terrible. Can't do anything with trapdoors. Nothing interesting anyway.
Yeah, I just
I like.
use them as a trapdoor.
Okay, and then what did you do with the elevator earlier? You just nothing because you didn't have to consider the problem. Okay.
What, this elevator?
So I guess we just put an outer ring. We put a horizontal one here, and then a ring one, and then another one this direction. Is that right? Like that?
Hmm.
Yeah, I think so. So there's one that goes somewhere here. We just one like that. One that's on the corner but only on the outside, and one that's over here. Let's put it here. Let's go for this. So 1, 2. Oh my god. Oh, I should start using the random strip wood that I still have on me. I might commit to wasting all my wood. I need. How much scaffolding do you have?
3.5 stacks.
How much scaffolding do you? Top tip: you can use what's it called? I forget.
that stuff.
Oh, well, I forgot what I was going to say. Anyway.
Resin.
I was going to say something. No, it's not something. I forgot what the tip was. Anyway, that's okay. I guess it wasn't that big of a tip.
Yeah. Well, I'm getting kind of tired, so I think I'm gonna end stream here.
Fair enough.
And hop off for a while.
Yeah, that's fine. Bye bye, stream.
See you
We will miss you.
later.